They're the team of Wildcat Chris Harris and Cowboy James Storm, America's Most Wanted.
The former NWA World Tag Team Champions who look to get the belts back tonight against the reigning title holders, the Disciples of the New Church.
And their opponents, they're the current reigning and defending NWA World Tag Team Champions, being led to the ring by Belladonna and Father James Mitchell, Slash and Bulldozer Brian Lee, the Disciples of the New Church.
Mike, this has been a rivalry like no other rivalry.
And I think it's pretty safe to say that this rivalry put the tag team division on the map here in NWA-TNA.
Mike, I understand. I need to ask you a question about this. They're calling this the final showdown. What does that really mean?
There has been a lot of talk about this being the final showdown between these two teams that have met repeatedly here on NWA-TNA. In speaking to NWA officials, it was explained to me that they want closure with this situation, and as a result, there will be no automatic rematch clauses in the contracts for this match. NWA execs say, we're going to settle the score tonight, once and for all, between these two teams.
And it starts out like they always do. Pure action right from the beginning.
Look out right here at the table. The Wildcat Chris Harris. Oh, he's got Slash sending first into the table, then into the safety rail, and repeatedly raining down left hands to the back before he's stopped by a low blow.
Well, just in Slash's defense, he had no other choice there. He had to get him some breathing room, and look at this. These guys have put on the greatest tag team matches we've ever seen. These four, and so many people have different opinions on who should be the champions. It's almost like the Hagler-Leonard fight. Everybody will tell you they have a different opinion on who won. And that's how these guys are every single time they've been together.
NWA officials say, let's find out once and for all who's the better team between these two, and that's why this final showdown was scheduled.
No rematch. So
The Disciples again, they've got James Storm face first into one of the title belts.
And Bulldozer Brian Lee just slammed Wildcat Harris right into the chair.
Father James Mitchell directing traffic. What a reversal by Storm. There goes Slash into the safety rail. Meanwhile, Brian Lee is choking the life out of Chris Harris.
I'm going to tell you something. This is a brawl. This is a brawl, folks. Unbelievable right here. Holy cow. Did you see what Slash did right on the concrete to James Storm? Now he's wrapping him up. Oh.
Pulled back the cover. Sent him out onto that exposed concrete. And now choking the life out of him with one of the cables.
Oh my God! What a chair shot you all missed, and Bulldozer Brian Lee threw on Wildcat Harris. Oh. I'll tell you what, these four have never ceased to entertain as far as that goes. There's a hatred out here, Mike. This is a rivalry. I mean, there's no like for anybody in any sense of the word out here.
Incredible bad blood between these two factions. And at this point in time, the Disciples are in control.
Look at Bulldozer Brian Lee just choking the life out of Wildcat Harris.
Again, you see Mitchell with strategy while Belladonna is up on the ring apron.
I'd have to say that the new church is taking the momentum right here, Mike.
Yeah, certainly it has turned in their favor. I think thanks to Mitchell, Belladonna's interference, referee Scott Armstrong has put in a very difficult situation here.
How do you
control these four?
You know, it's great that you said it. See the cover there. These four. I mean, think about how Harris and Storm have changed since their first meeting with Bulldozer Brian Lee and Slash, they have changed because they had to fight fire with fire. They had to become almost as mean and animalistic as the disciples of the new church are.
Yeah, they become more mean, more vicious, and more violent just to keep pace with the disciples of the new church.
But one thing's for certain, they want their belts back. They feel like they're theirs.
James Storm fighting for his life, trying to get the tag into Chris Harris, but you know, Harris isn't in much better condition than he is at this point.
He's been slammed with a chair in the face. He's been choked by Brian Lee's knees 3 times. He can't even get his breath over there. And right now, Storm is in trouble.
Slash dropping down. Throat first was James Storm across that top steel cable. Referee Armstrong for the count. Barely got a 2 count before Storm was able to kick out.
I'll tell you something. Lee and Slash are really putting in the team effort right here. It's not, a lot of times they tend to, both of them go one-on-one with the other two, not you know, going for the extra win, but they are just feeding off each other in this match.
Shoulder blocks by Slash, taking out the legs of James Storm as they continue to maul him, both one-on-one and 2-on-1.
You got to figure both these teams are thinking, and not that there's not great tag teams out there to go against them, but these two have been the cream of the crop, these two sets of teams. And you have to be thinking, if you win the belt here tonight, you could be holding that title for a long time.
I agree with you. These two teams have separated themselves from the rest of the tag team pack in NWA-TNA. And which of these two teams will come out victorious in this final showdown off the DDT? Nonchalant cover. Did not have great weight positioning that time, and I think that caught Slash. I think it cost him dearly that time as he went for the pin.
Golly, I'll tell you something. You talk about somebody that we have seen improve so much week after week, and Slash is one of them, and Brian Lee's another.
Oh, Brian Lee, he's got the fire, he's got the spirit tonight. Repeated elbow drops after coming off the ropes.
I gotta tell you something, Mike. I never thought they could top some of their previous matches. I'm telling you, you are seeing a drive and a fire, and these guys like I've never seen right now, and I'm talking about Slash and Lee. They have totally taken control of this.
Another near fall for the disciples of the new church, Slash and Brian Lee, as they attempt to retain and hold on to those NWA World Tag Team Championship belts.
You know, I never thought I'd say something complimentary toward those two, but I am glad that they have not at this point aligned themselves with Vince Russo. They've at least kept their own way.
I think they have their own leader in Father James Mitchell.
Yes.
And we've talked for weeks about the trance, almost a hypnotic trance, a spell that he has over these two. I'm not even sure if they know that Vince Russo exists.
I don't either. I know, as far as they're concerned, that's just more meat to them. Storm trying to fight back with Slash. You talk about Slash again. Just has become an incredible dominant wrestler.
He telegraphed the back body drop. It cost him. Storm able to catch him with the boot.
But look how Slash is keeping Storm from getting over there. Just didn't lose focus at all, Mike. But now, what a kick.
Caught him. Referee Armstrong. Did he not see the tag?
What's going on here?
He didn't see it.
Scott Armstrong, it was a legal tag.
Oh, Brian Lee's got a title belt out here on the floor.
Wow.
Oh, Brian Lee just nailed James Storm with the championship belt. Hit him right between the eyes.
Again. I've never, the aggression that they are showing. The disciples of New Church are the champions. They feel it's their belt, and they don't want to give it up under any means.
Back in the ring, pinfall attempt.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know Harris came in there without the tag, but Slash had his feet on the ropes, using it for the pressure to...
Yeah, at this point in time, I don't think we need to worry about America's Most Wanted illegally coming into the ring. After what we've seen for this entire match, the double teaming from the disciples of the new church, they need to do that. They need to step up.
Hey, there's no disqualification here. Nobody... The spell is on the line. Boy, James Storm has just absolutely taken a beating in there, Mike.
And Wildcat Chris Harris has recovered up on the ring apron.
almost like Slash and Lee, under the guidance of Father Mitchell, just goaded them into this final match and set it up to do it their way, because they have truly come out better prepared.
So important that Storm survive this onslaught.
Yeah.
Regroup. Get Chris Harris into the ring.
Yeah, nothing can turn this around quicker than a fresh Chris Harris. I'll tell you something, he is...
And they had the tag. I guess referee Armstrong didn't see it after the collision.
Unbelievable.
They double team again.
All right.
Great counter move by Storm. Chris Harris screaming for his partner. He says, come on, get the tag in.
Storm's disoriented. He doesn't know where his partner is. He's going to the wrong corner.
Mitchell and Belladonna.
He's got it. He's got it.
Tag. And here comes the southpaw with fire.
Oh.
Measures him, catches him with the clothesline. Down goes Slash. Turns his attention to Lee, reverses it. Ducks the clothesline from Lee. Caught him with the left arm lariat.
I'll tell you what, that's the kind of momentum change that America's Most Wanted needs if they have a chance to take the belt back. But again, Slash.
Super kick.
Was that incredible? He just smashed his...
Cover here. One, two, and no. I thought we had new tag champs.
You know, Father Mitchell has been here. Unusually quiet over here.
Now Belladonna getting involved again. Look at this, Slash! Slash has got powder in his hands. The reversal. Oh, he threw it in his partner's eyes. There's the spear.
Here we go.
Cover one, two.
He got him. No, he fought it out.
Again, only two.
Oh, man. Great observation there by Wildcat Harris to notice the powder in Slash's hands and throw it into the eyes of Brian Lee. Oh, he's got a...
Missed the drop kick in the ring. Lee and Harris battle right here out here. Look at the sharpshooter. He's got the sharpshooter in the middle of the ring.
Oh, he's tapping out.
He's tapped out. Scott Armstrong turned around.
He tapped out.
Mitchell, look at Mitchell with the spike. He hit him with the spike.
This is just going out of control.
Oh, no.
There it is. It's in his
Here's
hand.
the cover. No.
Oh, yes.
Got the shoulder up.
Wait a minute. Slash just took his belt off, and it's got spikes on it. Just beating him with it.
And again, Belladonna on the apron. Turn around, Scott.
That has been their strategy all along. Wait a minute. Harris got the belt from him. Oh. Armstrong again, because he was preoccupied with Belladonna, didn't know that Slash. Oh. Bulldozer Brian Lee.
Two. No, there's still life in America's Most Wanted. They won't give up.
I don't know if you noticed, but Lee took his belt and wrapped it around his fist and just slammed Chris Harris in the head with it. Oh, what a beautiful move by Storm. Another one. Oh.
This is it. Lead and cover. One, two. No! Broken up by Harris.
What an incredible match. We've seen it time and time again from these four, but I'll tell you something. This one is all on the line.
Reversal. Reversal by Harris.
Look at that.
Man up.
He's got him.
Drops him down on his head. Covers him. One, two. No, not yet.
He fought it out.
Not yet. What an incredible series of near falls from both of these teams in this final showdown tag title match.
Slash enters the ring, grabs a chair. Oh my gosh, I don't know how they can still hold on. This match should have been over by both sides.
Steel chair wedged between the top and middle ropes.
Oh!
Roll up!
He
got him here. Oh no, he rolled through. Gonna try and catapult him. You can see him measuring
He
him.
does! Right into the chair. tell you what, the strength of Slash is surprising.
Slash now, there's the pin.
2.
No, again only 2.
Crowd on their feet. This is unbelievable. This is for the belts, Mike.
And this final showdown has lived up to the expectations. Now the question that we answer, who's going to survive between these two teams? Desperation boot by Storm. Catches Slash.
Wait a minute.
He's got to look. Can Harris get to the top?
Wow.
Mitchell interfered. That's what we've been waiting to see. Here comes Harris off the top. Can he hit it?
Yeah.
Death sentence onto the chair.
1, 2. It's
Yeah, they did it. They did it.
The winners of the match, and new NWA World Tag Team Champions, America's Most Wanted.
They have done it.
How about that? Storm and Harris pull it out. They're tag champs again. And Goldie's standing by. As we see America's Most Wanted come out. It was back in January. Triple X beat America's Most Wanted to win the NWA Tag Team titles.
With outside interference.
Then in March, Triple X beat AMW to win the vacant tag titles.
Again, outside interference.
April the 23rd, Triple X laid out Harris backstage leading to the win.
Outside interference, Mike.
Last week, low-key distracted the ref. Skipper hit Storm with the title belt, leading to the pin. Triple X kept the tag belts.
Mike, can you repeat after me? Outside interference.
And here are the tag team champions. On the right, Elix Skipper. On the left, Christopher Daniels. Triple X set to defend those tag belts. Let's take a page out of the history books and set the stage tonight. Most famous NWA tag team cage match ever. Sergeant Slaughter and Don Kernoodle against Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood. 1983 at the Greensboro Coliseum. It drew 16,000 people. They turned away 6,000. The success of that match actually led to the Starrcade pay-per-view events. We'll talk more about the history, but now it is time for the NWA World Tag Team Championship matchup. Take a look at the tagline. Yes, it is history-making. First ever cage match here on TNA. No question, the two best teams. Triple X, yes, unbeaten at 4-0, but
No, outside interference.
you're damn right. That's the common denominator. Outside interference, and that's why the steel cage has been erected. Let's go to JB for
Ladies
the
and
introduction.
gentlemen, the following contest is sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance and is for the NWA World Tag Team Championships inside the confines of this 15-foot-high steel cage. Introducing, first of all, the referee, TNA official, Mr. Rudy Charles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, first of all, they are the former NWA two-time tag team champions of the world at a combined weight of 498 pounds. They are the #1 contenders for the NWA Tag Team Championships of the world, Cowboy James Storm and Wildcat Chris Harris, America's Most Wanted.
Think of all the trials and tribulations that America's Most Wanted has gone through. The internal problems that they had, finally winning the tournament, and they get the cage match tonight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, at a combined weight of 475 pounds, they are the current reigning and defending NWA Tag Team Champions of the world, Primetime Helix Skipper and the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels. They are Triple X.
And you'll notice that Triple X no longer wearing the Sports Entertainment Extreme t-shirts. Pretty simple story. Vince Russo owns the rights to the name SEX, Sports Entertainment Extreme, and he has forbidden the use of Sports Entertainment Extreme by Triple X, Sonny Siaki, the Harris brothers,
Glenn Gilberti,
the whole bunch of them.
I'll tell you what a move by Russo. He owns the rights to the name Sports Entertainment Extreme, and he's keeping those rights and forbidding anybody else to use it. And it's on, Mike!
The cage door being locked, the padlock put in place by referee Rudy Charles, and it is on. The battle is underway for the NWA World Tag Team titles. They immediately go to a four-way. On the right-hand side of the screen, you see Daniels and Harris battling it out. Knife edge chops out of the corner. The exchange by Daniels and Harris, and now Skipper joins in to make it a 2-on-1 proposition.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Mike, one thing if you notice, there is no Loki. It is 2-on-2 in the cage. We're going to see if that has been the deciding factor this time. 4-0 against AMW.
Yeah, let's take that outside interference out of the equation tonight in this cage. Running bulldog by Harris sends Daniels face first to the mat. You win this match by pinfall or submission. It's an NWA World Tag Team title match. This is not a climbing contest. We're not going to see wrestlers win by climbing over the top of the cage and coming down to the floor. We're not going to find out who the best team of climbers is. We're going to find out who the best wrestlers are.
The pin has to be in the ring, Mike, with a submission, correct?
That's the rules. That's how you win the match. And whoever does that walks out with the NWA World Tag Team gold. Well, Daniels, you see Daniels put on the brakes to avoid going face first into the very unforgiving and imposing steel.
I'll tell you what, though, great move on Daniels' part, realizing there that he had the force in front of him to block the move like that, and they're going to have to use different tactics in this than they've ever used before, Mike, today.
To the ropes goes Daniels, able to avoid Harris, and now the double team from Triple H.
Oh!
Wow. Daniels and Skipper send Harris face first into the steel.
Think about it, normally the ropes will bring you back, and at least you won't have the blunt force that you're going to have head on like Chris Harris just did right there.
Both of these teams are two-time NWA World Tag Team champions, and again, Skipper sends Harris airborne.
Look at the power of Felix Skipper, Mike. This guy is, I mean, he's a physical specimen out there. He just threw Chris Harris into that cage like he was a sack of potatoes.
And Skipper goes right back to the offensive and goes for the pin, and able just to get a 2 count before Harris is able to find the safety of the ropes and get the break.
I'll tell you what, Wildcat, I don't know what he was expecting when he went in there, but I'm telling you right now, Triple X has come out ready to go.
Oh my God,
oh,
take a look
he's
at the face
already
of Harris.
bleeding.
You know, we talked about unforgiving. We talked about how imposing that steel is, and there you see it. What a great shot by our cameraman, Mike Jackson, getting you inside the steel cage.
Holy cow, Wildcat Harris is just absolutely split wide open over the left eye, Mike.
Boy, tough way for AMW to start this match. The double team in the corner.
Storm dying to get in there, just dying to get in on a tag.
Oh, and Daniels with a headbutt directed into the cut.
Look at the blood coming down.
Oh my God. And people were talking about the blood from Klitschko's eye this past Saturday in the boxing match. Did you see the blood flowing out of the eye of Chris Harris?
What, it's coming out even faster. Unbelievable as Chris Harris is just getting beaten to a pulp.
The tag team champs.
Never did I think we were going to see this.
Tag team champs appear to be in the driver's seat, but Harris is going to try and fight back. From his knees, the lefts now gets up to a vertical base. Just swinging wildly with left hands, connecting with a couple of them, but Skipper's able to counter, catch him with a short arm clothesline.
Oh, what a move! He got him!
Caught him with the double spring.
Here's his chance right now to get up for the pin and end this quickly.
Tag is into Daniels. Daniels quickly goes for the pin. He's going to put him away early. No, just a 2 count.
I'll tell you what, Chris Harris showing some unbelievable guts in there, but he's got to get the tag to Cowboy James Storm. Somehow, someway, the southpaw has got to make the tag to his partner.
Left arm lariat that time by Harris takes down Daniels.
Oh, what an unbelievable kick!
Here's two.
No way!
And back to the mouth goes Daniels, driving those right hands of Chris Harris. Great teamwork on the part of Triple X. They turn things over, does Daniels to Skipper, always getting the fresh man in, cutting off the ring, keeping Chris Harris on their side of the ring, not allowing him to get to the corner and get the tag into his partner, James Storm.
I'll tell you what, Daniels, wait a minute, here we go.
Pin attempt by Skipper for a 2 count.
Daniels was telling me before the match that he wants to let the world know that they are not a 2-man team, a 3-man team, that they can, any 2 parts of the ring are as good as any 2 other people that they face, and they are proving that right now. They are just literally dismantling America's Most Wanted, and the Cowboy can't even get into the ring. Oh, they're gone!
They've been dominant to this point.
Get the tag!
Will the clothesline prove the difference? He's close to a tag. He reaches out, tag is into Storm. Tag into Daniels on the opposite side.
Oh, man! Storm raining blows on the fallen angel. Whoa!
Flying forearm by Storm out of nowhere. Uh-oh, Skipper in the ring. He's got Storm.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at Storm.
What a counter. What agility. Nowhere to put him but face first and body first into the cage.
Wow, look at that.
Storm on fire.
The momentum has changed here, Mike, that quickly.
Spinning neck breaker takes down Daniels. Oh, you're right. The momentum has switched. It's done a full 180. Daniels to the rope.
Oh, there he goes.
Mid-ring power slam.
2.
No.
I'll tell you what, though, don't count Triple X out. They have proved so resilient, just like that. Christopher Daniels, one of the most valuable wrestlers that we have seen in TNA. And I've always said Heath Skipper, if not, no, I'll even go out and say it, the most improved that we've ever seen from the start of TNA.
I don't think there's any question about that. Great knee. Daniels charging across. He hit Storm in the back of the head with the knee.
He's actually lucky the cage was there to keep him in the ring.
And just as quickly, look how the momentum has switched back and is now in favor of Daniels and Skipper, with Daniels in control.
Oh, like Storm came in like a house of fire and was just cleaning house. But that's why these guys are the current champions, Mike. They are so good. They are so resilient. And whether they use outside interference or not at times, they always find a way to win.
Yeah, that's why they're 4-0. That's why they're unbeaten against America's Most Wanted. And oh, look at this. Now James Storm has been opened up. Both members of America's Most Wanted are bleeding.
I'll tell you what, Mike. These guys have been unbelievable champions. And I'm wondering if at this point, losing 4 times, look at there as Skipper can't. He's just fighting the pain, trying to even get up to the top ropes.
Off the top.
Oh, beautiful teamwork.
Flying cross body block. But again, you talked about
Look
the pain
Skipper.
that he was feeling.
Yes, he's just, his midsection is unbelievable. He's holding on to it.
He hit that desperation cross body block, but he's unable to even follow up with a pin attempt.
That's sacrificing
Here it
your
is.
body. Here it is.
No, Storm got the arm up, and it was that momentary lapse.
That's right.
That delay in going for the pin that allowed James Storm to get the shoulder up at 2.
I'll tell you what, I don't think I've ever seen Heath Skipper this grounded like this. He's just holding on to the midsection. I'm trying to, it's either the ribs or the lower abdomen or something, but he is in severe pain, but he's sure not showing it right now, Mike.
You know, this is the first ever cage match for Heath Skipper, and just a second for Christopher Daniels.
Oh!
What a mid-ring collision.
Oh, man!
Both Storm and Skipper are down.
Storm is face down. I don't even know if he knows who he is, and he's definitely facing the wrong way. His partner, though, is up and ready. I didn't think Wildcat would be ready to get back in that ring, but he is up and ready, Mike.
And Storm looking towards the corner.
Got it. And Daniels is in.
Daniels is legal.
Oh, the sound.
Look at the left-hander go.
Oh, man. These guys are just willing each other. Oh, what a move.
What elevation that time. Variation of the back body drop sends Skipper into the steel.
Here he goes. Here he goes. Look at this. Just hit first.
Daniels
Again.
on the shoulder, and he just runs him from one side of the cage face first to the other side of the cage.
Whoa, man. Right into the midsection, and again, Skipper down. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's a new side of Chris Harris we're seeing tonight in James Storm. They've lost so many times and have felt they've been screwed so many times that this time tonight, they're not holding back. They're going to do whatever it takes.
A little more cage experience for Storm and Harris as we see Daniels been split wide open. Storm and Harris, this is their third ever cage match.
Whoa!
Plants him, full Nelson
1,
slam.
2. Oh, how did Daniels get out of that? Because he's one of the best. Look at that, guys. This is why you don't do this at home.
Scoop.
Here comes.
Gonna take him and wind him up.
No.
Went for the catatonic, but it was blocked. The double ender.
Oh.
There it is. Angel's wings. That spinning sit-out pedigree move. Pin attempt. 2. Got the shoulder up.
Mike, it was everything we thought it would be. Unbelievable.
What a save by Storm, lunging across, connecting with the clothesline and taking Daniels down. Now Storm driven into the corner, got the big boot up.
Here he goes. Oh, look at Daniels fight back.
Looked like he was going for the swinging noose. Attempted the swinging noose out of the corner by Storm, blocked by Daniels. And you see now, after all these counters, how well these two teams really know each other. Walking the tightrope, Daniels and Storm.
Oh, beating him against the bar part there of the cage.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, man.
He was
right on his face.
the back of his head and driving it into that steel bar. You're right, it wasn't even the fence.
Holy cow, Mike.
Skipper and Harris battle it out. Storm and Daniels are down.
Oh, look at the strength of Helix Skipper.
Belly to belly by Skipper. Doesn't go for the pin. Pulls him up.
No, he wants revenge. Oh, got Wildcat right there in the forehead. Just rubbing it in right now. Look at that strength. This guy's unbelievable, Mike.
Another pin attempt now. Skipper, 2. Got the leg hooked and again just gets 2. Incredible series of near falls in this steel cage. First ever here on TNA. And the NWA World Tag Team Championship belts go to the winner. Helix Skipper climbing in the corner. Who knows?
Wildcat going up there after him.
Harris follows Skipper up the cage.
What? You gotta be kidding. No! No! Oh my God!
Good God, powerbomb!
From 15 feet up in the air!
Pin attempt. If he can just extend his arm, and he can't even do that. What a crash that was.
All 4 of these guys is
There it is.
Here it is. 2. No!
Any way we can see that, Keith? Is there any way we can see a
Please
replay
show us
of
that again.
powerbomb? Take a look at it on the right.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
We go back live. Action continues. All 4 men in the ring.
Oh man, now is Christopher Daniels taking control of the Cowboy. What a move right there, Mike. Just put him right on his head.
In the pin.
Now Harris won't let it happen.
Both of these teams have been on the verge so many times of scoring the win that will either allow them to win the tag titles or retain the tag team championship belts. To the corner goes Daniel. Harris charges in, caught him again with a clothesline, sandwiched him in the corner. Now what does he have in store? Sets Daniels up in the top rope.
I think these guys are making these things up as they go along. I mean, they're in a situation that they've never been in TNA before. Going up to the top again.
Let's see who can improv the best.
Looking for every advantage they can get, Mike. Any kind of leverage.
Harris and Daniels fighting on the top rope.
Oh, he speared it from the top.
He speared him while he was walking on the top rope. You believe it?
Oh, my God. And they're both out. Everybody's out. Man, can we see that again?
The double knockout. Referee Rudy Charles puts in the count. We'll follow the count on the left.
Boom.
Look at that spear.
No.
We go back live in another pin attempt. And yes, another near fall.
Fallen Angel would not let himself go down. He's the champion, and he's not giving up that belt tonight.
Skipper puts on the brakes, catches him with the boot to the midsection. He went for the play of the day. Didn't connect like he wanted to.
I'll tell you what, that's all that saved James Storm from being out of this match.
You can see how the incredible physicality of this steel cage match is wearing on all four competitors.
What is Skipper doing?
Skipper's climbing the cage.
No way!
You don't win here by climbing out of the cage, so he must have some kind of a move in mind. Oh my goodness! Oh no! Look at that! Look how high up he is! Way up on top of the cage!
No way! Unbelievable! Oh my God! And even Skipper is flopping around like a fish on the mat where his midsection is.
We have to see it again, Keith. Cross-body block off the top of the steel cage. Oh my goodness!
Felix Skipper! One more time, maybe! Oh, man!
Pin attempt, Skipper!
1, 2, no!
America's Most Wanted.
Can we
still
see
alive.
that one more time, though, Keith? I want people to see how high up he was.
You asked for it?
Boom!
You got it, brother. Off the top goes Skipper, but they still can't put AMW away.
Holy cow, these guys are warriors.
No chance.
No way is Skipper gonna do it again.
How is he even able to climb up there?
Wildcat threw him out.
He was knocked to the floor.
It's now 2-on-1. The numbers are now in AMW's favor.
You think about this. We've been talking about all the times that the numbers game worked for Triple X. This time, Skipper's outside, knocked to the floor. Here's the opening for America's Most Wanted. They have a chance, 2-on-1 in the ring.
Wildcat won't let him in. Oh, what a kick!
Super kick on target.
That was absolutely unreal.
James Storm connecting with the super kick on Daniels.
Skipper is out.
Skipper's
the tides
down. He's
have been
outside the
turned.
cage. You're gonna go for the death sentence.
Here it is.
Death sentence.
Oh, he just missed it.
Had to, in mid-move there, he had to come up with something different too.
No, he kicked out. Storm can't believe it. Oh, if Wildcat would have connected with the distance, it'd have been over. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Look how quickly Skipper is able to climb to the top of the cage.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
And just as quickly, he's knocked right back down to the floor. And AMW says they're going to take advantage of this numbers game.
How many falls can Skipper take from this high up, Mike? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No way. No chance. No. The Wildcat Chris Harris at the top of the cage.
No.
Setting up.
Here it goes.
No freaking way.
Yeah. You got to be kidding.
They
The winners
Oh,
did it.
Lee.
and
Did it.
NWA Tag Team Champions of the World, America's Most Wanted.
The unbeaten streak of Triple X has been foiled tonight, Mike.
And what a way. It was broken up, and there you see it. I still can't believe it.
Oh, my God.
Chris Harris gets the death sentence, not from the top rope, but from the top of the steel cage. And they deservedly are three-time NWA World Tag Team Champs. We have another look from another angle.
Look at that precise.
Doesn't matter whatever angle you look at, it's an incredible move.
That is a rawhide strap match. Being led to the ring by Glenn Gilberty. They are the team of Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger.
Now, Cowboy Glenn Gilberty, and it was 4 weeks ago when Gilberty declared that he was a man on a mission to take the NWA World Tag Team titles from America's Most Wanted. And think about it, over the course of the past month, that man Gilberty has made the lives of Chris Harris and James Storm a living hell, and in the process, he's elevated the status of this tag team, Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger.
And their opponents. They are the current reigning and defending NWA Tag Team Champions
I'll tell you something, Mike. This isn't for the title. This is for revenge. These four in the ring, like you said, the beating that AMW took to the hands of Diamond and Swinger. Well, there are 4 leather straps attached to the ring. They're long enough that they can be used, but they stay on the ropes.
You know, it's actually match number 3 in the series. First meeting back on July the 9th. AMW retained the NWA Tag Team belt. Rematch July the 23rd. AMW retained on a disqualification. You're right. It may be non-title, but that does not make this personal any less intense.
And just to make it even more personal, you notice the outfield Gilbert comes wearing in. A little dig at America's Most Wanted and the Tennessee Cowboy.
Certainly mocking the team of AMW, but in my mind, that's just going to serve to fire them up even more.
I agree, Mike. Today we've seen AMW when they've been down at their lowest, and they come back. They've defeated some of the greatest tag teams in TNA history. I think right now they may be the greatest tag team in TNA.
Repeated shots, big overhand lefts from the Southpaw Wildcat Chris Harris, delivered to Simon Diamond. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the asylum, you see the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm having his way with Johnny Swinger.
I'll tell you what, AMW came out fired up. You notice that every time somebody makes a move towards Gilbert, he backs out of the way real quickly. He doesn't want to get involved in it at this point.
Obviously, this matchup differs from the traditional strap match. You're not tied to your opponent, and I think that should lead to more high-risk offensive moves in a normal strap match. And off the Thesz press, again, those repeated lefts from Harris.
And I think it's, great forearm right there. I'll tell you what I do like about it too, Mike. Because they're not strapped together, you get to see these guys in their real talent in the ring, and that's what the crowd's here to see.
Well, check out Gilberti. Just as Chris Harris went to use the strap on Simon Diamond, Gilberti jumped up on the ring apron and took the strap away from him.
Diamond saw the opportunity, didn't miss it. He waited, timed it right, and got Harris. And now Diamond and Swinger have totally got Wildcat on the opposite side of the ring and are going to take it to him.
On the double team, Diamond and Swinger now with the opportunity to go for the pin, and Swinger able to get a 2 count on Harris. As far as the rules of this rawhide strap match go, it's a basic tag team match. You win by pin or submission, but here's the one difference, and you're seeing it play out right as we speak. You can use the straps.
Did you notice that great
against your opponents?
The great partnership there that Diamond and Swinger just did. I mean, Swinger could have stayed in there and tried to wrestle a while, but what did he do? He saw an opportunity, had Harris over here in the corner, tags right back to Diamond so that he could use the strap on him right away.
And Gilberti outside the ring takes the leather strap, takes the rawhide, and whips Harris.
It's almost even taken the fire out of these guys right now as Chris, oh, what a beautiful move there by Diamond.
Suplex back into the ring, pin attempt, and another 2 count.
Oh, it looked like it was going to be all AMW early, Mike, but it has totally changed. The momentum has turned quickly.
Don, can you feel the intensity here at the TNA Asylum? Can you feel the intensity in the building tonight? There's just something about when you have a big NWA World's Heavyweight title matchup, like we do later tonight. Styles and D'Lo Brown in the cage. I think it affects everyone. Referees, announcers, certainly all the wrestlers on the card. And Harris that time able to use desperation move, the strap to take down Simon Diamond. The elevation of the floor takes out Swinger. The tag is into the Tennessee Cowboy.
And the Cowboy is fired up. I'll tell you what, Wildcat came through. He showed unbelievable fortitude right there. Showed why he's one of the MVPs in this company. And turns it over to Storm, and Storm is taking it to Diamond right now. And he's got the strap.
Storm uses the DDT to take him down first, and now he's going to use that rawhide leather strap to wrap it around the neck of Simon Diamond, but Johnny Swinger is there to cut him off from behind.
Swinger now doing the same thing, wrapping it around. Somehow, referee Andrew Thomas missed the phantom tag there that Johnny Swinger used to get in here, and Wildcat is livid.
Yeah, because look at this.
No way, then. Oh, they're just choking him to death right now.
His tag team partner, James Storm, is being hung with that leather strap.
Oh, Gilberti walking away, trying to act like he didn't have anything to do with it.
Now what's Gilberti up to? Takes the leather strap from around the neck of Storm, rolls him in, pin attempt, legs hook, 2 kick out that time by Storm to avoid the pin.
I guess Gilberti figured that maybe he got enough oxygen out of him there in the choke there that they might get a quick victory and a quick pin on Storm, but it didn't happen, Mike.
This team of Diamond and Swinger, along with Glenn Gilberti, just relentless in their pursuit of AMW, trying to take the NWA World Tag Team title belts from them, but even after that, it's just evolved into a situation that has just gotten ugly.
Oh, it has. It's just catapulted into a nasty rivalry. I mean, it's just...
Gilberti outside the ring, behind the back of the referee, who's distracted. We saw that Simon Diamond went to the corner, had contact with Chris Harris, and now, oh, that one backfired.
Great move there by Storm, and Diamond catches Gilberti instead.
Yeah, cross body block attempt, and he takes Gilberti down.
By the Cowboy.
Desperation Enziguri connects. There's the tag of the Wildcat. Here comes AMW.
Oh, and look at the Wildcat. He is fired up, Mike, today.
Full Nelson slam by Harris on Swinger. Swinger sent off into the rope.
Oh, the power.
Nice elevation with the back body drop.
Oh, wanting to get a little payback. I don't know how it happens. Oh, there it goes.
Chris Harris he's got the rawhide. He's got the leather strap.
Oh. Anybody that got a whipping from Dad as a kid knows how bad this feels and how much pain it can cause.
And you talk about payback. That's certainly in the minds of Harris and Storm after the whipping that they've taken from Diamond in the past. Leaping clothesline. The lariat takes him down, and now Harris back to the offensive.
Oh, somehow Storm got with a straight line. Crazy.
He's fighting repeatedly.
Oh,
whipping Simon Diamond.
Oh, look at Gilberti backing away.
Gilberti on his bicycle.
Oh, but he finds an opportunity when the referee's distracted.
Able to avoid Harris. The spear took down Gilberti. The look on the face of Chris Harris tells the whole story. Payback time.
Yeah, they're getting Gilberti, and the crowd loves it. Simon Diamond comes in to somehow try to stop it. And does get James Storm out of the ring.
Storm elevated up and over the top and down to the arena floor. Now it's Swinger and Harris battling it out.
Oh, the kind of opening battle we thought it would be. Oh, good teamwork right there.
Yeah, the reversal into the ropes. Then they double team in. No, another near fall for Diamond and Swinger. They just can't put AMW away.
It seems like AMW finds themselves in this predicament so many times. The 2-on-3. Remember the great battles with Triple X, the great battles with the Disciples of the New Church and Father Mitchell, and now Diamond and Swinger with Gilberti.
Storm hits the missile drop kick on Diamond. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the ring, you see the close-up now. And Swinger up on top, attempted a superplex.
Oh, here it goes. Storm's in there. Oh.
Storm just powerbombed Swinger, but at the same time, his own tag team partner was suplex. 2 and no.
It looks like that move could have even hurt his team worse because, Harris took an unbelievable fall from that elevation. Watch this again.
Yeah, check out the replay on the right of the screen.
Oh.
You see the power bomb on Swinger, but at the same time, Chris Harris was superplex.
Great presence of mind by Johnny Swinger to keep a hold of Chris Harris. He knew he was going down, but he was going to take someone with him, Mike.
Simon Diamond off the middle rope. Caught in midair. Going to try and hook him up in the sharpshooter.
He's got him.
Can he take the long step?
Here he goes.
There it is. He's got him hooked. Dead center. Middle of the ring.
Oh, and here comes Storm. Laying the leather to him.
Yeah, this is personal. Just what we've been talking about this whole match. This intense personal rivalry. What a collision outside as Swinger takes down Storm.
Oh, he blindsided Storm right there.
Referee Andrew Thomas.
Oh, no, he's got a chair.
Thomas is out there on the floor. He should be in the ring.
Harris, watch out. No.
Chair shot to the back.
Caught him perfectly.
Oh,
Here
no.
it goes.
No. Here's 1, 2.
No.
It is no. He got the shoulder off the 2.
The crowd goes nuts. Oh, Johnny Swinger's livid.
And Gilberti has a steel chair. Chair now brought into play. Swinger has the chair. He's lining it up. He's got Harris in his sights.
Oh, Andrew Thomas waited for the opportunity and took it out.
Uh-oh. There's another chair that Gilberti's tossed in.
Oh, great kick by Storm.
Super kick into the chair. He's got him.
Here it is.
Rear leg hook. Here's one. Here's two.
Yeah. No. You're kidding.
Are you kidding? Only two? I thought that was the three. No, only two. And the battle continues. You notice that Chris Harris motioned to the crowd that they're going to finish him off. Here comes the death sentence.
Oh, wait a minute, though. Diamond, oh! Great counter by Simon Diamond.
Super
And he
kick
takes it over. No!
His shoulder, only two.
Storm's not going to let him get the pin. And Diamond is furious.
We finally seen a counter to the death sentence.
Yes.
The super kick by Simon Diamond to the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm.
Great timing there by Simon Diamond.
Perfect timing. You saw that Harris crashed and burned. Gilberti up on the ring apron. What the heck's he doing up here?
Oh, he threw Swinger right into Gilberti and then throws Swinger out of the ring. Oh, wait a minute, though. Diamond's taking Storm up top.
And Harris from behind. Opportunity now for
here we
AMW
go.
for a little double team.
And they've got it.
Top rope hanging.
1, 2, get down.
The winners of the match, America's Most Wanted.
They did it. AMW did it, but it looks like Gilberti wants to have the final word. Gilberti putting the boots. First of the Wildcat Christmas. Put those belts down.
Oh, wait a minute. Those aren't your belts.
Number one, it's a non-title match. Number two, they lost the match.
Oh, that's just like Gilberti. Trying to find some way to try to steal a victory even though he knows they've lost. Somebody get the belts away from Gilberti there, Mike.
Black shirt security has come out to the ring, but Gilberti, Diamond, and Swinger.
Oh, they're holding the belts up like they're victorious. What about us? And they're running out of the building with the belts like the cowards they are.
They've got possession. They're headed right out the back door. They've got the tag team title belts.
Unbelievable match.
And here comes the NWA World Tag Team title holders, Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas, guaranteed themselves a spot on the TNA roster when they gained the attention of America's Most Wanted by stealing both AMW's identity and then the NWA World Tag Team titles. They've come a long way from the gut checklist to a pay-per-view main event in what is without question the highest profile, most important match of their career. And here are the challengers. Last week, right here in the Asylum, Chris Harris and James Storm took the all-important first step in their efforts to regain what they refer to as their NWA World Tag Team titles. AMW prevailed in a last-chance double ladder match, and as a result, they were able to choose their battleground for the second and most important step in their plan. It's this championship match. It's contested inside the six-sided steel cage. Let's go to JB for the introductions of the wrestlers in our title match main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your main event of the evening as Total Nonstop Action Wrestling presents 6 Sides of Steel. Introducing, first of all, the challengers. They are the former 4-time NWA World Tag Team Champions. They are the team of Cowboy James Storm and Wildcat Chris Harris. They are America's Most now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, at a combined weight of 438 pounds, they are the team of Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens. They are the current reigning and defending.
Oh, wait a minute, Mike. You're not even letting them finish announcing them. You can tell AMW didn't even want to hear them announce as the tag team champions.
And AMW, they do take the first strike. Harris and Storm on the attack, and they've got Stevens and Douglas reeling right even before the opening bell. There you see it, padlock put in place. Lock that door shut. First pin, first submission, wins this main event for the NWA Tag Team titles. Double team back body drop by AMW.
AMW's got to be overwhelming favorites in this match. This is the match that they call their dream match. It's a match that they set up. Their chance to become five-star champions, and believe me, they know the inside of a cage well.
AMW tried to send Chase Stevens face first right into the steel, but Stevens was able to put on the brakes, but then he doesn't avoid these moves from AMW. Quick reversal. Storm shot right into the steel, but look at James fight back.
I'll tell you what's amazing is the team here is able to get back in this ring. What a great move there by Storm. As he takes him down and puts a kick right on him after that brutal ladder match they were in last week. But that's what this title's all about. It means that much to these guys, and here it is on the line. Oh, good double team move.
Naturals answer AMW's opening strike with a double team move of their own as the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm is sent by both members of the Naturals, both Stevens and Douglas, face first into the very, very unforgiving steel. Look at that.
It's going to be right now Andy Douglas and James Storm. If James Storm, he must have caught a wicked blow right there. Like you said, face first. He's now trying to get to his feet. Andy Douglas.
I mean, look at the steel caged on the 6 sides of steel, and think when you're thrown face first or head first into that steel cage, how the cage just cuts right through the skin.
I'll tell you what you notice too about this 6-sided ring when they put the steel cage together. There's no play in the cage. There was so much more play in the cage in the 4-sided ring. With this 6-sided ring, it cuts off the angle so that when you hit the cage, it's like hitting a wall. It's like hitting a wall with ridges right there.
Well, you're right. You hit it with much more impact as we see Storm answer with the slam, and check this out.
Triple X watching intently.
Yeah, they're the new #1 contenders to the tag team champions, whether it be AMW or the Naturals, whoever is able to win in this 6 sides of steel tonight.
It's got to bother Triple X that they're not in that steel cage because they knew how close they were to beating AMW the last time they were in the cage.
Wild swing and a miss with the clothesline by the southpaw.
Oh, look at him right in the blow.
Harris follows up first with the Fez press, then repeated shots for Andy Douglas, and then one for Chase Stevens as well. Great wide shot here as we watch the catapult move up.
Right into the steel cage. And again, you see what I'm talking about? No play right there. Andy Douglas goes into it, and it barely moves. Watch this side. Same thing right there. Just bounces right off the wall. And he does it to him on the other side. And he does it to him on another side.
Side to side, the Wildcat Chris Harris has taken Andy Douglas and driven it face first right into the steel.
One more time, Wildcat says, and there you go.
Boy, you're right, Don. That is like a steel wall.
It is, and I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if you can see it, but there's already blood where he's hit the cage. Blood already coming down Andy Douglas's face. As you see 3-Line Crew looking on.
Yeah, BG, James, and Conan intently watching this matchup just to give you some kind of an idea of the importance of this match, not only to the wrestlers involved in the ring, but to the entire locker room and to the entire TNA staff.
Did you see that right there where Wildcat Chris Harris just takes Chase Stevens right behind him into the wall? I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like fighting inside a wall.
6 sides of a steel wall is what this cage match is.
Oh man, I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to get the camera angle super tight in there with this cage around because there's no way in the world a cameraman would be crazy enough to get in there. But Andy Douglas, I saw where on one of the blows on the wall there, it obviously cut off. He's got a cut above his eye. And now you see right there that Wildcat Chris Harris doing the same thing to Chase Stevens, just punishing him up against the wall.
Yeah, and James Storm also, I believe that 3 out of the 4 wrestlers have already been opened up, and 3 of the 4 are bleeding here in the opening minutes of the 6 sides of steel.
You're right, I can see it right here. Storm right in front of me. Unbelievable what's happened out here already.
Yeah, Storm, you can really see the blood just flowing down the side of his arm from his head as we see Harris takes Stevens up to his shoulder. You're going to send him again into the steel?
Unbelievable. Right now, I'm telling you, Wildcat Chris Harris has the advantage, and Douglas comes in wisely, able to get down. Stevens returns the favor.
And that time, Stevens is able to fling Chris Harris face first. There you see the close-up look at Andy Douglas. God, look at the blood just flow out of his head, down, streaming down onto his chest.
Folks, I'm telling you something. That's what happens when you get into a dangerous match like that.
Absolutely.
This is what AMW wanted, and they're going to see just what kind of merit that the Naturals have as tag team champions. And I look at this, Andy Douglas can barely stand. He's just wobbling, he's losing blood, and you just got to somehow dig down deep and find it.
Yeah, especially when they realize what's at stake in this match with the Naturals putting those tag team belts on the line, and there's Team Canada.
They always feel like they're slighted in any division. They feel like they're slighted in the X division, and they definitely feel like they're slighted in the tag team divisions, as you see Triple X looking on. And so much at stake here. Great shot there from our crane camera, as you can see inside the cage and see how much little maneuverability there is. Got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, Mike.
Andy Douglas takes Harris.
Oh, look at him. He's just grinding him in there. Look at that, grinding his face.
He's grabbing him by the back of the head. He's grabbing him by the hair.
Oh, everybody.
His face is just like raw hamburger meat.
It's like taking him with a cheese grater. It's unbelievable.
Nobody's taking that down. Not you. Not you.
Naturals, however, have all of a sudden turned this matchup in their favor. Momentum is now on the side of Stevens and Douglas. Douglas wobbly to the corner and tags in Chase Stevens. He doesn't look much more steady.
No, you realize in a match like this is, wow, Stevens just plants his head right there into the groin area, and you can see the pain that causes. But in a match like this, you're just one blow in the steel wall away from turning the momentum.
And the longer this matchup continues, it's almost as if it's a match of attrition, Dom.
Yes. Survival of the fittest.
Exactly.
Oh, great double clothesline.
The Wildcat, able to dig down deep, comes back, double clothesline, one arm for Stevens, one arm for Douglas, and there's the tag to his partner, James Storm.
I wonder what kind of condition Storm is in here. If he took a brunt early on. He caught it first. Look, you can see the blood on the mat.
You can see the blood on the arm pad also of the Tennessee Cowboy, who is able to connect with a flying forearm. First for Douglas, now turns his attention to Stevens.
Whoa, as he puts him back down.
Running, spinning neck breaker, follow cover for a 2 count.
Great camera work, guys.
Again, first pin, first submission. Wins this matchup with the NWA tag titles at stake, and now Storm takes Andy Douglas face first into the steel. Now he's got Stevens. There goes Stevens on the ropes and right into the cage.
Look at how they just bounce off of it. They just got nowhere to go, and now take a bolt, and he does. Wow. He's got him wobbly right here. Can he take a bolt out? Well, he's got Stevens. Douglas still on his feet.
And Douglas, a glancing, glazing blow with the enziguri, but it took Douglas down nonetheless. Pin, 2. Yeah,
Douglas
right.
was so wobbly, he didn't need much. And like you said, he may have just glanced it. That's probably all the same numbers from getting pinned.
Yeah,
that Chase Stevens coming in.
Factor in the condition of all 4 men. And all 4, by the way, now, all 4 have been opened up. As you see the double team face jam. Harris pin, Harris 2 count only.
No, the doctor's going to be putting in a lot of stitches tonight because every single member in this match is getting one.
It's what goes along with a match inside the 6 sides of steel. Now the Tennessee Cowboy able to fire Douglas off. Andy Douglas gets the boot up. Andy Douglas going to try and spring off the ropes, and he's speared in mid-move.
I'll tell you what happened there is Andy Douglas forgot that there was a cage around him. He figured he could just jump up on the ropes and spin around, and I think it just threw him off. Wildcat Chris Harris saw it and speared him, and here goes.
Pin attempt, no. Douglas rolls the shoulder at 2. You see Chase Stevens on the far side of the cage, trying to climb up the cage. It's not the way you win this match. I don't know where he was going, but you see Storm taking Stevens, driving him again, repeatedly face first into the steel.
And look at this as Wildcat goes in under, and now Storm has a chance. Here comes a little combo move. Oh!
Perfect double team. Infinity team. In. Oh, he got 2 counts. AMW looking to regain what they consider their NWA World Tag Team titles. There's Team Canada obviously looking on as well.
Everything they can to hold on to those titles. The Naturals, one thing you got to give them. They got grit. They proved that somehow hanging in there, but now the double team work. Oh, what a move by Stevens!
Chase Stevens was able to cut off Chris Harris. Roll-up attempt on Storm. He's super kicking into the roll-up. Smart move by the Naturals, but they were not able to put AMW away.
Oh, look at this. Chase Stevens going up. He's going to try to end it, much like how we saw Chris Harris do it.
Chase Stevens, 15 feet above the floor at the top of the
You gotta be kidding me! You got to be kidding me!
He just moonsaulted off the top of the cage! Play it again, play it again, play it again.
Look at this! Oh my God!
Wow, we're back live. Bodies laid out in the ring. All four men obviously suffering from the loss of blood, but what a gutsy effort we're seeing from both AMW and the Naturals as Harris and Stevens are fighting toe-to-toe.
They're just warriors, just beating each other up, as you see right there on a wicked left by Harris, but it takes him down as well.
Turn the attention. Storm and Douglas. Storm super kick to your right. Hits on target. Down goes Douglas. Can AMW do it? Can Harris and Storm put away the Naturals and get their tag belts back?
Are they going to go for it?
I don't know.
Is he going to go for it? Dead sentence. Remember how they beat Triple H?
June 2003. First ever TNA steel cage match. Harris and Storm use the death sentence to get their titles back. Can history repeat itself? Wildcat.
Chase Stevens is going up there, and he's got Storm on the outside, and he's fighting him.
Look at Harris fighting back, hanging onto the hair of Chase Stevens.
You gotta be kidding.
Oh,
outside.
both Stevens and Harris fall from the top of the cage all the way down to the floor. Action in the ring. This is Storm and Andy Douglas. I thought they were going to hit the death sentence.
They tried to Chase Stevens, man. He found it, as you see. Andy Douglas going up here. He's going to try to end it. Here he goes. Oh, and he puts him down.
Unique version of an implant DDT off the ropes by Douglas. Has Storm laid out. If he can just drape the arm across.
Look at the blood just spread all over the mat in the ring.
Him, two. No! Not yet. Not yet. Still life left in AMW. You're right, Don. That shot right there tells the entire story of this match.
Stevens and Wildcats fighting on the edge. There's only one way back in. There's a lock on that door. If you want to help your partner, you got to climb back over the top.
And it looks like that's what Harris and Stevens are trying to do. You're right, the door's been padlocked. There's no entrance or exit through that door, and they're going to try and climb back into the cage. Look at Harris with those left. He just knocked Stevens down to the floor.
Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Two Canada. Pulling Chris Harris down.
What in the world just happened here?
All four members of Team Canada.
Wait a minute, here comes Triple H. Triple H is fighting it out with Team Canada.
What a wild brawl here. And here comes the crew. Let's focus in the ring if we can, guys, also. Oh, man. Storm and Douglas, look how bodies fly all around us.
Madhouse. While Storm and Andy Douglas are still in the ring. What in the world's going on?
I don't know, bodies all over. Look out,
We're
Don.
trying to call the match.
Gamora with the hockey stick, as well as the Team Canada members, taking down Chris Harris as he tried to scale the side of the cage. Now Chase Stevens. Chase Stevens.
Oh, wait a minute. You just saw Gamora just crash Chris Harris with the hockey
He
stick.
broke the hockey stick across Harris's back.
Oh, no. Chase Stevens just threw the chair into the ring.
Chase
It's
Stevens.
2-on-1.
Stevens and Douglas.
But Storm fights him off.
Both members of the Naturals.
Wildcats knocked out in front of us after the hockey stick blow.
Both Naturals locked inside the cage with James Storm. Can James Storm pull it out for his
Got
partner?
it. Wait a minute. Oh, he does it.
Here's the pin.
1, 2. Oh, he finds out. Storm can't believe it.
Storm can't believe it. I can't believe it.
But again, though, the numbers game on Storm.
NWA World Tag Team Champions, the Naturals.
Think about this. The Naturals, they just beat AMW at their own game, at their own green man.
Unbelievable upset! One of the biggest upsets of all time!
This is going to be absolutely something else. Finally it's here. They're going to settle in the cage. Only one tag team leaves the team. The other one has to depart.
This is it. This is the final chapter in the near 2-year rivalry of Triple X and America's Most Wanted. We've seen these two teams fight for the right to be called the best tag team in TNA history. And what better way to settle the score once and for all than to climb inside the 6 sides of steel, the most dangerous, the most violent, and yes, the most barbaric battleground in the sport of professional wrestling.
Oh, it absolutely is. And the last time these four were inside a steel cage, AMW, America's Most Wanted, were able to pull off the dead sentence when Wildcat Chris Harris went to the top and connected perfectly. And that was the end of Christopher Daniels. There was no way he was getting up for that one. So you know Triple X has extra payback in mind. But you know, you talked about this cage. Here comes America's Most Wanted. I've discovered with the 6 sides, the cage has less play. So when you hit it, it's like hitting a wall.
That's what AMW told us earlier. They said it's not like that 4-sided steel cage. Totally different, and they also have to have a different game plan and a different strategy. Well, it was the NWA Director of Authority, Dusty Rhodes, who said that we're going to finish it once and for all. Dusty raised the bar. Dusty upped the ante. He added the stipulation that the losing team will never team again. One team will emerge, one team will disband, because the losers must split up forever.
I thought I saw like a pair of handcuffs.
But I thought too, Harris had handcuffs?
Yes, it looked like Wildcat Chris Harris had handcuffs.
And we've seen Triple X use the handcuffs on AMW in the past. How many times have we seen it done? When they handcuff AMW to the ring rope and then just beating the hell out of them.
Oh, you better believe it. As you see right here, AMW, focus. I've never seen these two more focused than they were today, and I gotta say the same thing about Triple X.
I'm just gonna say I've never seen these four more focused. You talk about game faces. All 4 of these individuals have their game faces on because they realize that one of these 2 teams, the losing team in the 6 sides of steel, will never ever team again.
When you think about what this 6-sided ring does when a steel cage is put around it, the sides are smaller. They don't have as much give. And
there's not that play in the cage.
Not that play that you can actually work off of. What happens is, too, when you realize that the cage has the openings, and when your face hits it, it's like being on a cheese grater. If you get your face rubbed against this, it's like a grater. It just can peel the skin right off of your face.
And what we were told on is that when you throw someone into that 6 sides of steel, there's not that play, there's not that give like there is with the 4 sides, so it makes every move even more painful and more impactful. There you see it, cage doors locked, and here we go.
We are on, and let me tell you something, as you see Daniels and the Cowboy James Storm, they just go right at it. I mean, look at this. One counter, nobody, I don't think there's any 2 tag teams in TNA history that know each other better than these 4. They have locked horns so many times, and in fact, Triple X has actually come out victorious. Believe it or not, more than even AMW. They have some kind of a magic over AMW at times, but we saw what happened the last time they were in the cage. And let me tell you something, this is going to be a war.
Exchange now, prime time in the southpaw, the Wildcat Chris Harris. Harris momentarily getting the better of it until prime time drives the knee. Oh, a second time, and now a third right into the midsection of the Wildcat.
Oh, you can see the athleticism of prime time right there. As he just doesn't matter that Wildcat Chris Harris has a little size advantage. Prime time is so strong, but look at the power of the Wildcat Chris Harris.
Full Nelson slam. What did you say just a minute or 2 earlier about how these teams know each other so well? You saw an example of it there. Prime time walked right into that full Nelson slam, and now AMW double team, nice high back body drop. And Daniels, he's being hit with series of shots from AMW.
He found himself in no man's land right there, right in between. But oh, great counter right there by Daniels as he saw AMW setting up for it. He took advantage, but there's Wildcat, as you can see the 2-on-1 right there.
Fallen Angel looking pretty good. Until AMW joins forces, and the double team move as they just rammed him. They just drove him right into the unforgiving steel.
Oh, nice clothesline right there by the Cowboy James Storm as you see Primetime go down. It's been AMW right now. Again. The thing about this cage, too, is it's so close to the ropes. It's not a big distance away. So when you hit the ropes, 99% of the time you also catch the cage.
That's a great point. And now, speaking of catching the cage, we saw earlier where they said Daniels face first, and look at how Daniels has been split wide open.
Well, like I said, it's like a cheese grater. I mean, you really can't describe it. And remember when AMW and the Naturals took for each other with the 6 sides of steel, and before it was over with, the entire floor of the ring was covered in blood. Everybody was bleeding. It's almost unavoidable in a match like this.
The intensity of the matchup is pretty obvious from the opening couple of minutes as AMW, thanks to Harrison Storm going right on the double team attack, have taken control, and now they've got Daniels up. The Wildcat takes him for the suplex. Primetime being clocked in from behind.
Well, that's what you're going to have to do. You're stuck in that ring in there. There's no way out, so you've got to help your partner out every chance you get, especially now with Daniels cut open right there. We don't know how serious the injury is. Primetime's got to have his back.
Fallen Angel fighting through.
Slam.
Joins with Primetime for the double team slam, and then Primetime takes his own partner and drops Daniels across the prone Chris Harris.
You see right here the teamwork that Triple X is using, and both these teams have an unbelievable ability to know when to make a tag, to know how to keep each partner fresh. We talked about it a lot tonight as we've seen it, but let me tell you something, folks. These 4 wrote the book on us.
Love that overhead sky cam type shot that we have on that takes us above the steel cage. There you see a look at it, but it really makes you feel like you're right inside the 6 sides of steel with these 4.
And look how high the cage is over these guys' heads. That's what's so great about that shot. We're not talking some little cage here. We're talking 20 feet tall. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Now the opportunity exists for Triple X to take advantage of the double team. The headbutt by Daniels of all things. Daniels already split wide open. The blood just gushing out of his forehead doesn't stop him from unleashing another headbutt.
No, I think they went into this match knowing that it was very possible that they could be cut open just because of the dangers involved when you're in the...
Oh, but cut open. Look at the blood.
My gosh, it's just pouring out.
Like a faucet just pouring out of the head of Daniels.
Holy cow.
I mean, at some point here, we're going to see where this is going to affect Daniels.
Oh, it's going to have no effect. I think he's going to get weak.
His adrenaline at this point, Don, is enough where he's fighting through it. But he will be weakened. I mean, the blood's just pouring out of his head.
I'll tell you what, there is so much on the line on this thing. Because let me tell you something. You lose this match. And if you're Triple X, you're never Triple X again. If you're AMW, you're never AMW again. You've got to put aside the fact that you're cut open. You've got to let it go. And I just want Mr. Daniels just wipe his foot. Look at that towel right there. You can see right next to him. And it's just, wow, coming down in buckets.
You know, there's no tomorrow for one of these 2 teams. One team will go on. One team will still exist. The losing team will be forced to disband. Nice back heel trip by Harris. Gonna try and take him up and just catapult Primetime into the corner turnbuckle.
I'll tell you what, Wildcat Chris Harris, people don't realize the strength of this guy. This guy was so close to winning the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. So close, and the injury kept him from doing that. I'm telling you. He's got so much at stake, and with him and Storm together, they just click. And right now, look at the Cowboy James Storm just going in there with a vengeance.
Series of rights, and then a power slam punctuates it.
Nice kick right there by the Cowboy.
Drilled Primetime on the side of the head. Did the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm. Motioning now, making some kind of a motion to the Wildcat. Are they going to go death sentence here?
Oh, nice move right there by Christopher Daniels. And there he goes, right off the top.
High cross body blow.
Oh, man.
And early in the match, I thought to go for the death sentence, but I think we probably figured that with Daniels weakened from the loss of blood, strike quick.
Oh, absolutely. It was an opportunity.
Oh,
Did you see right there the face of Wildcat Chris Harris just caught the steel cage face first.
Primetime just elevated him and drove him face first into the steel.
I don't think people realize how strong that Primetime is. I mean, when you look at him, he's such a physical specimen.
And you don't realize how sharp that steel cage is.
Look at the handcuffs. They were underneath the towel right there. And Triple H has got Wildcat Chris Harris handcuffed. Oh, what a dirty trick.
Primetime able to use the cuffs at AMW. Look at this.
Oh, he
talked about that cheese grater. He's just raking his face directly across that steel cage. God.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to look and see. I think Wildcat Chris Harris might be busted open right now as we see Christopher Daniels and Primetime doing the 2-on-1.
Triple X with the double team on Storm. Now it looks to me like Harris here, and he's hooked in the corner with
he is. He is bleeding. I'm telling you, we saw his face just raked right against the cage.
What's the referee to do in a situation like this?
I don't even know why anybody would want to ref a match like this. You're stuck in there. Look at the taunting right now, and Triple X feeling awful good right now. They've got the numbers game. They've got the Wildcat handcuffed, and the referee. Oh, look at this.
He's got the key.
He's got the key. Dangling the key.
Daniels has got that handcuff key. You're right. Taunting is exactly the word. Oh,
now he's taking the key and he's grinding it into the head of Jay Storm. I told you this was going to get out of hand, and look at this.
And it is.
The taunts.
Daniels almost like he's wearing that as a medal, like he's wearing it as a trophy.
Yes. Oh, this is just wrong, but you've got to give them something. They had a plan. They found an opportunity. They just slammed James Storm right into the steel cage.
Double team move again on Storm. You're right, Don. Face first right into the steel. Turn their attention back to the Wildcat.
Oh, you can see Christopher Daniels right there. Just gives a blow right there to the Cowboy. Nice kick, and it looks like he's bleeding. Yes, he is, and now they're grinding it right where their head indicates. I'm telling you, it's almost unavoidable.
Both members.
Your face rubs against that steel.
Both members of America's Most Wanted, both Chris Harris and James Storm, they've been split wide open. You see Daniels with Triple X already bleeding. 3 of the 4 men shedding blood here in the 6 sides of steel.
Oh, and Chris Harris is just feeling so vulnerable, so helpless. He's stuck in the corner. Christopher Daniels just spit on him, and he knows that his partner is in no man's land, and they taunt Chris Harris. They taunt him. Harris screaming for the key, but you can see Christopher Daniels has no intention of giving it up.
And Storm is out. Storm's been laid out. The handcuffs in place around Harris. He's hooked to the side of the ring, and now Triple X continues what is just an out assault here as we see Daniels up on top. Motioning to Primetime to turn him around. Going to take him up powerbomb style.
Oh, look at this. Look at it. Oh, he takes the elbow off the top rope and just plants it right on Jay Storm.
Drilling with the elbow.
This is it.
Kick, lateral press.
No, he's fighting
It's not it. It isn't over. Kick out by Storm at 2.
And we'll tell you something. Storm has got to figure out a way to get that key away from Christopher Daniels. And now Christopher Daniels has it in hand. And the teamwork is just too much for the Cowboy to overcome. And again, Christopher Daniels goes to the top rope, and this time he uses the key, but he actually hit his partner, and then a spear.
Clothesline took down Primetime. There's the spear. Look at that.
The key is right there.
The key's laying right there on the canvas.
You can see Wildcat Chris Harris screaming at his partner to throw him the key, to get the key to him.
James Storm, he's got the key. Just slide it over to Harris.
Oh, but think of the beating the Storm's taking. He's discombobulated. He wants to make sure that he doesn't throw it out of the reach of Wildcat. He's got it.
Harris has got the key, and now Harris can cuff himself. Well, this is what AMW needs.
Absolutely a little turnaround here.
That incredibly hopeless feeling that Chris Harris had while he was cuffed in the corner, just watching his partner, James Storm, be beaten half to death by Triple X.
Oh,
he's got hooked.
And now you know it. And he is mad. Wow, another right clothesline right there. Look at his power. Oh, my gosh. Christopher Daniels just was pummeled into the mat.
Left arm lariat for Primetime, spine buster for Daniels. And now Storm back up to his feet as well. And here comes the AMW comeback.
Oh, you can see it right there. They're just so fired up. They're so frustrated. They know. As you see, look at Wildcat. Just blow after blow after blow.
How many of those shots can you take to the head?
Especially when you think about the blood that he's lost. And oh, man, did you see the Cowboy Game Store just threw Prime Time backwards into the steel cage.
Elevated it. Took him up in the air. Just flung him into the steel. There's the high vertical by Harris.
Oh, look at the strength that he can do. Just holds him up in the air. And again, he holds him up in the air. And he just runs him back to the other side of the cage. And then plants him.
Powers him down off the suplex. And when we say that the blood is rushing to the head of Daniels, it's rushing down his head, pinning him far leg hook. Oh, look, get him here.
Look at the floor. Look at the ring. You can see blood everywhere. Oh, Prime Time just couldn't hit it. But he does grab it right there, and he slams Cowboy Game Store down to the mat.
Belly to belly as we see that. That's Harris. That's Harris. You can't see him. You
him
can't identify him because his face is completely covered in a crimson mask.
You got that right, and now you see the teamwork right there at Triple X. Wow.
Complex, here's the pin. Cover two.
Oh, he barely gets up in time.
Now we see AMW. Storm going to try and come back on Prime Time. Spinning neck breaker. He caught him with it.
We see Storm right there again. He sends Daniels back into the cage. This guy's face is going to look like a pizza. Pizza when it's all over with. Man.
They're like raw hamburger is what it's going to look like. Now Prime Time in trouble.
Look at the
AMW double team.
Oh, man, he just slammed his head back.
Left arm lariat. Here's the pin.
No, he fights out of it.
Again, keep in mind here, the losing team will be forced to disband forever. The winners stay together.
Oh, there's so much on the line right now. They all know that it's so close. As you see Daniels put him in the cage, and now, oh, Wildcat Chris Harris has got Daniels right where he wants him, but Prime Time comes in, and here comes the teamwork. All four of these guys work together so well as AMW is down.
Harris slammed into the steel by both Daniels and Prime Time. Wait a minute, they've got a game plan. They've got strategy here. What's it going to be? They make the motion that it's time to put away AMW.
What are they doing right here as we see? Oh, wait a minute. They're doing AMW's own move.
They're going to go for the death sentence here.
Death sentence. There he goes, and he ends it. Oh, that's just wrong.
Penitent. Here's the cover. Here's two.
He somehow gets out of it. You gotta be kidding.
It's a miracle. He kicked out at two. They tried to beat AMW with their own move with the death sentence, but no, AMW's still alive.
They're not gonna let it happen. I cannot believe. I mean, that's just I don't know if it's the ultimate move of respect, but
did you notice? Daniels motioning to Prime Time.
Oh!
Don't go to the top rope. Go to the top of the cage. But Storm fights on Daniels.
Oh, you can see when that Prime Time's up there. Believe me, when you talk about being at the wrong place. Oh, look at this. Wow! He just slammed him from the top of the cage.
Brought him off the top. Off the top of the cage. Good God.
You've got to be kidding.
Here's the pin. AMW.
No! How in the world did Prime Time kick out of that?
AMW just a split second away from forcing Triple X to break up for good.
There is no way, but look at that right there. The Angel's wings from Clifford Daniels
to the cover. Oh, another 2 count, my God.
They're going for everything. They're trying everything that they can. If they could just get that one blow. But when you've got all four in the ring right now, I mean, it's mayhem as you see Daniels going up the top. But
we talk about high risk, but going to the top of this steel cage, it's the absolute ultimate when it comes to high risk wrestling.
These two are fighting at the very top. As you see Daniels, who's just so good. Oh, look at this. They're both up there.
Move for move. Look who's following him up to the top.
You've got to be kidding. Look, wait a minute. Prime Time climbing up right here. Oh, man, Daniels has got to be weak from loss of blood, but he's going on adrenaline at this point. No.
Prime Time trying to make his way across the top of the steel. Look at this.
Folks, this is do not ever try this at home. What is Prime Time doing? What is he doing?
No way. He's not going to try and walk that table from up to the pin.
No, he can't.
He can't.
He cannot.
No way.
No!
go to the replay. Daniels up on top. There's too damn much at stake.
Trying to get his balance. You can see.
Oh, he catches it with the elbow from the top. Elbow drop by Daniels.
Look at this.
I've never
seen anything like this in my life.
Words cannot describe it. The carnage that we've seen, the incredible high-risk moves, and it's because there's so much at stake.
There's so much at stake, and that's why you'll never see anything like this anywhere else in the world.
But
TNA.
Damn right.
Look at that elbow drop from the top. That's coming. Oh, listen to the crowd. Everybody's on their feet.
The appreciation is so obvious. They're fighting again up at the top of the steel.
Daniels, look at this. This Cowboy Jake Storm has got Daniels again in a predicament.
And Storm looks like he's going to try and suplex him in. Here comes Prime Time as well.
Oh, no.
Here comes Harris from behind.
They're just all fighting with everything.
No way. No. Oh, my God. The Tower of Doom from off the top of the steel. Storm with the suplex on Daniels. Prime Time with the electric chair. But Harris with the power bomb. That was the most effective move because from the top came Daniels all the way down, and that was the power bomb. God, we've got to see it again.
Look, how much do they have left? Look at this, Daniels. And Storm took the brunt of that because they were so high up right there. You see Daniels, the blood there from his forehead. You see the blood from Storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing one of the most classic cage matches in the history of professional wrestling. And they're going nuts at Universal Studios in Orlando because they know what's at stake as well. Everybody's on their feet.
Look at the Wildcat holding his ribs. There's no doubt he probably might have even broke one or two with everything that they've happened. But you know what? You can't think about that right now. You've just got to suck it up because if you lose, you're done as a tag team, and that's how these guys have made their mark.
Went for the POD, but it was blocked. Wildcat wind up.
Oh, he went for the catatonic, but it was countered. Oh, right into the cage.
You talked about it earlier right at the outset, Todd. You said they know each other inside out. That's exactly what we just have seen again.
But you got to wonder, how can the mind even register after the things they've been through?
After the blood loss.
Look at this. Look at that headbutt by Christopher Daniels. He's just letting Storm have it. There's nothing. Words can't describe what we're seeing here tonight.
Cut him with the knee coming in. It's the beautiful elbow shot. What a wild right hand that connected by Daniels.
Four of the greatest wrestlers in whatever seen.
One of the greatest matches in TNA history. You can say it because you're dead on.
You hear the crowd chanting, best match ever. They got to see something special here tonight.
And so have you at home.
Oh, man. Look at this, unreal. Wait a minute. Did you see that? The Wildcat.
It was a desperation move, but I'm not sure that it paid off that time.
Oh, I don't think it did either, but he was able to grab a hold of Daniels, but he slipped on the back of Prime Time and his face caught the steel cage. This is unreal.
Whoa! Wait a minute, what's Harris doing? He got him locked.
Oh, he's handcuffed and turnabout's fair play.
And that's exactly what we've seen. The turnabout. As Daniels has been hooked with the cuffs.
Prime Time now is in a handicap match, so to speak.
AMW, 2-1 earlier. Super kick. Nailed him.
Look at this. Are they going to do this? As you see Christopher Daniels.
They're ready to go for the death sentence. What?
Wait a minute.
He's making the Triple X side. Now earlier we saw Triple X try to beat AMW with their own move. But they're going to go for the Powerplex.
They got the Powerplex. Oh, they got it. 1, 2, 3. Unbelievable.
We just saw AMW beat Triple X with their own move. The combination powerbomb suplex, the Powerplex. Think about it, Don. AMW's together. They're a team. But Triple X, they must disband. They're done.
Mike, today I'm exhausted. But think about what these guys must feel
Let's see if we can get the ending again. This is not just the end of the match. This is the end of Triple X. Prime Time is absolutely pinned right there. Christopher Daniels handcuffed. And he's just screaming, calling him names. But he got what he deserved. And what's Triple X going to do? What does the future hold for the fallen angel Christopher Daniels and Prime Time?
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been a part of one of the most memorable nights in professional wrestling history. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed one of the most physical, one of the most brutal, and yes, one of the most violent matches in the history of our business. I've been so proud to be a part of this company for over 2.5 years, but damn it, I've never been prouder than I am right now.
When you think of everything that we saw, the effort from Dr. Dallas Page and Raven, P.D. Williamson saving the six-man tag, and now the Six Nights is stealing everything. The X Division is unreal.
We'll see you this Friday on Impact.
Mike TNA, this is something right here. When you think of tag teams, you think of AMW. It's synonymous with AMW. But this team, Team Canada, love them or hate them, and the crowd showing their disapproval, you've got to admit one thing. They were represented as good as any tag team in history. And again, they've also got the Coach Scott D'Amore factor, who will find any no good way to turn things to Team Canada's advantage.
You know, we asked earlier if AMW would be able to maintain that focus, keep that intensity after that incredible matchup at last month's pay-per-view. But to me, the best argument that AMW will be able to stay focused is the recent non-title win when they beat Team Canada on Impact. And let's face it, that's where they earned this championship shot. Dusty Rhodes told him, the director of Authority said, non-title match, beat Team Canada, get a title shot at Final Resolution. Harrison Storm did it.
You know, you mentioned it there in the tagline. Both of these guys are going for their 6th tag title reign. But think about it. It's really only the 5th time, if they win it, that they will be tag team champs together. Each of them held the championship with one of the members of Triple X. But it's been a long, long time, Mike, since these two have been tag team champions, and I'm talking about Harrison.
There you see the close-up look. Team Canada coach Scott D'Amore in a special secret strategy session, obviously, with his tag team champions Bobby Roode and Eric Young. There's that hockey stick that he uses to support the Canadian flag that we have seen brought into play on so many occasions, Don.
You saw right there D'Amore pulling a Randy Johnson and shoving up the camera. Oh! AMW is not going to sit and wait. They bring in the fight right to him.
They can take just so much of your posturing, D'Amore.
That's exactly right. Somebody get this guy away from our table.
Get this big load away from us. You better worry about your team and not worry about the announcers, D'Amore.
I'll tell you right now, AMW, you talked about intensity. You asked about intensity.
Well, they've got intensity.
They've got intensity. Oh, man, nice move right there by Harris.
How about that for a left arm lariat, D'Amore? Keep your eye on it. Get security out here. Don't wave that flag. Don't wave that hockey stick at me.
I'll tell you
Get him out of here.
Come on.
Look at Harris with that left. Bobby Roode right here. And look at this
slammed him right here on the table.
Right into the table and right into the title belt as well.
I'll tell you what, though, on the other side, Eric Young has got the advantage on Storm. You can see right there, he turned the tide. This is going to be a brawl. This is the first of the championship belts to be decided tonight.
It's so hard to maintain our focus here. Action right in front of us. Action up the ramp as well.
Oh, there he goes! My Cowboy James Ford. And you can see here, slamming Roode's head down into the steps.
Tilt-a-whirl head scissors by Storm on Eric Young on the entrance ramp. Wow!
I'm going to tell you something, man. It is nuts. We just saw what happened there at once when he went off that ramp. Everybody up here, look at this. So much going on. Scott D'Amore, they've taken the hockey stick away. Referee Woody Charles doesn't have any control of this match whatsoever.
Yeah, but I don't think you can really blame him.
No.
Think of the way this thing unfolded.
He's just trying to rein it in, I think. Nobody
He's really never had control. This thing is broken down from the opening second.
I tell you who's got the tough job is the cameraman, trying to figure out what's going on with who.
Now Storm and Young, there goes Eric Young. Throws him into the steel guardrail. Opposite side of the impact zone. Harris just took Bobby Roode, put him into the steel step. My God, AMW, they do have intensity.
They got intensity in spades, buddy. As you see right now, Harris in the ring with Eric Young, and I'm going to tell you something. You want to see a knot on somebody's head? Look at the head of Eric Young. He hit, I don't know where it was Storm doing, but he's got a knot on his head.
Oh!
A cue ball.
And look at Harris.
Oh, man.
Immediately directing the attack to the head. Come on, left arm shots.
Oh, nice block there by Wildcat Chris Harris. Oh, my God. Just flings him over the top of the rope. Man, are they fired up. That's the AMW we remember.
Wow, America's Most Wanted with one thing and one thing only in mind. Get back the NWA Tag Team titles, and they're going to do everything within their power. We've seen it here.
Oh, great move again by Wildcat Chris Harris, who is so focused. So focused right now in the middle of that ring. Scott D'Amore has got to get control of his team right here. He's got to slow this thing down. Look at the knot on the head. Look at
There's
that.
the close-up look, Don. You mentioned it earlier. Look at that egg.
That's it. It's the size of a cue ball. Look at that knot. Oh, man.
Wildcat Chris Harris. The attack from behind on Young. They're going to bring him back to the ring.
Oh, man, folks, this has turned nasty right here from the beginning.
This has been an incredibly physical tag team matchup. And now Storm takes Young, tosses him back into the Wildcat. AMW, what great team.
Oh, for the most part, it's been all AMW. You see Bobby Roode trying to come in. Bobby Roode is going to have to somehow get control of it. Look at the teamwork by AMW. Use it as a battering ram. A backward battering ram.
Harris and Storm, they just took Bobby Roode, and they just tossed him at Eric Young. Oh, I wish you could see D'Amore at ringside. He's just losing it. He's going nuts. Action back in the ring. Again, AMW.
Oh, throwing right over the top of Bobby Roode. This crowd going berserk.
The way Eric Young just laid it on the floor, he may have a matching egg on the other side of his head.
Oh, I've never seen a knot like that in my life. Look at this, Scott D'Amore. Let's show another replay. Look at this. Whoa!
Man! D'Amore trying to get the troops to turn this thing around. Trying to regroup with Team Canada, but having zero effect.
I'll tell you something right now. This has been nothing but a pure unadulterated fight. Forget about a wrestling match. This is more like a hockey match. Unbelievable. And you see right now Bobby Roode trying to get something, and you see Storm. Oh, nice elbow though by Roode. But again, Storm just continues the onslaught.
Just when you think that Team Canada's going to turn it around, AMW regains control.
Oh, what a move right there by the Cowboy. One, two. Oh, man, I don't know how Roode was able to withstand it. I'm going to tell you, takes a nice left shot there by AMW. Boy, AMW has turned intense.
Eric Young from outside.
Oh, that was what they needed right there.
Exactly it. Drilled Storm with the kick, which leads to that spinning neckbreaker by Roode.
I'll tell you what, that's exactly what they needed. Bobby Roode able to take advantage of his teammates' kick right there in the corner, and now they're going to do a little double team right here. And I wouldn't want to be James Storm getting a little revenge from Team Canada.
Canadian-style payback?
Yes. You watch this. They'll do everything they can to keep Storm on this side of the ring. Not to even let him get near Wildcat Chris Harris. Not while they've got an opportunity to exact some punishment right here on AMW. Oh, look at that.
The windpipe of the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm. Oh, across the steel cable across the rope with Young's weight behind it. The cheap shot from outside by Coach D'Amore. There was no tag. He may have slapped hands, but there was no tag.
No, there wasn't, but I'll tell you what, this shows you how resilient Team Canada is, and they've always been resilient.
Always been resilient.
Well, you're right. Just to survive the type of offensive onslaught that we witnessed from AMW over the course of, what would you say, the first 5 to 7 minutes of this match?
And you know what? I wonder how much that's going to take out of AMW. They came with the offensive front. They came with everything. They came with tanks.
Suplex, too? No.
They came with the entire offense, and somehow, someway, Team Canada withstood it.
And you're right, that may send a message right back to AMW. The fact that you hit us with everything, but we're still alive. Man, importance of this matchup, so evident, so obvious, it's so physical, because the NWA World Tag Team titles are at stake.
Oh, great counter right there by Bobby Roode as you saw Storm come off the ropes, thinking he had a shot, and I'm telling you what, Bobby Roode, love him or hate him, can flat out wrestle.
Caught him with the knee to the midsection. Now going to try and drag Storm over to the side of the ring where Eric Young.
Again, I mentioned this earlier, how they keep Storm on this side of the ring. Not going to even let him get close to Chris Harris if they can help it.
Now the legal man is Eric Young. And you talk about exacting some revenge. Realizing that knot is swelling up on his forehead. And also recognizing that the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm, is the man that's responsible for that.
What a shot right there, but you're right. What's he got to lose at this point? Tries for a quick pin. You can just see the look in Eric Young's face right now. They know it's turned. They know it's gone in their favor. Now, what's going through the mind of James Storm? He knows he's helpless in the ring right there. If he stays out there too much longer, he's got to get to his partner, and they're not letting him anywhere near him.
Don, we've talked about it ever since Team Canada was formed. The perfect mix that Scott D'Amore has assembled here. You've got the Power Man, who's in the ring now. Bobby Roode, a true heavyweight. You've got Eric Young, his tag team partner. You've got Johnny Devine as well, and of course you've got Petey Williams. What a crew the Canadians are.
I'll tell you what, crew's a good word, but one thing you've got to admit, and that's talent. Every one of them
can't be denied.
Cannot be denied.
As much as you and I hate everything that D'Amore stands for, it cannot be denied that he has assembled an incredibly talented crew with Team Canada. There you see the close-up.
Think about it. He holds 3 of the 4 belts here at TNA. Both the tag team belts and the X Division belt. Man, he's put together a crew, and that's what I'm talking about. We talk about the resilience. Now look at the strength of Bobby Roode. This guy matches up to anybody.
Outside, Young holding Storm. Roode charges at him, but you see Storm fight back. Crowd with the chants of USA as the Tennessee Cowboy connects. He caught him at the enziguri.
Now he's trying to go. He catches Eric Young with the enziguri.
Young out on the floor. Coach D'Amore trying to get him fired up. Meanwhile, James Storm is trying to make his way to the side of the ring to get his partner in.
Look at that. Bobby Roode just in time, and I mean just in time. And now Roode picks up the cowboy, and I mean Storm is taking a beating in there. And look at this, Eric Young going high. And the elbow.
Top rope elbow drop.
1, 2. Oh, Storm kicks out, and I don't know how he did it.
Oh, look at this. Throttling, choking. But referee Charles is there to put in the count and force Eric Young to break.
How much can Storm take? How much can Storm take?
I don't think it's ever been more important for AMW's James Storm to get the tag into the Wildcat Chris Harris.
Oh, he was so close to it. Bobby Roode foiled that plan. And now Eric Young in total control, choking the air, choking the oxygen out of the Cowboy James Storm right here. You can see referee Rudy Charles checking the vitals of James Storm. They have done such an exceptional job of keeping James Storm away from Wildcat Chris Harris.
Crowd here cheering for AMW, cheering for Storm to get back up to his feet, and he does. Now off the rope, Storm ducks the clothesline, springs off the rope, ducks the back elbow. Sunset flip.
What a move! 1, 2. Oh, nice counter though. As Eric Young used his feet, and the exhaustion on Storm is inevitable.
And they just cut him off with the clothesline. Tag in with the power man, Bobby Roode. Roode.
Oh, just plants that knee.
Drops the knee across the chest. Follow cover. Just got a 2 count. Wow. Storm miraculously able to power out just before 3.
Grinding that knee into the back right there of Cowboy James Storm. And again, I've never seen anybody take the beat that Storm has taken, especially after him and Harris gave one at the beginning of this match. And Wildcat Chris Harris has got to have pent-up frustration. Pent-up frustration, just waiting to get in there, hoping that Storm can muster up the strength, muster up the energy, and he's trying. Oh, but just as you think he's getting there, he gets slammed right back down to the mat. Bobby Roode right there grabbing the arm of Storm, showing his strength. And again, though, Storm, oh, he misses. Nice comeback, though, by Storm. Look, Bobby Roode, oh, great counter. And Storm sends Bobby Roode into the steel ring post.
Can he get the tag in now? Harris extending his arm into the ring. Storm is close. Look at that. He's about 1.5 feet away. He just needs some more, and there it is. And here comes the Wildcat.
Oh, and you know these guys were hoping they could keep him from the middle of this ring. And now Wildcat Chris Harris is going to take out the frustration on Team Canada.
Face jam for Young. Went for the full Nelson. Roode from behind. Full Nelson. Standing switch. Meeting of the minds. Now full Nelson.
Wow, look at the strength of the Wildcats.
Eric Young able to reverse Harris into the ropes.
Whoa! Arm lariat as he comes right off the rope.
Southpaw connects. You called it right. Drilled him with the clothesline. Going to take him up. Could this be the high vertical? How long is he going to keep him up there?
As long as he can. Then he just sends him back down.
Pin attempt. Lateral press. Leg hook. Oh, Roode makes the save.
Unbelievable action. And I'll tell you what, you don't think AMW and Team Canada both want to keep their Team Canada wants to keep the belts. AMW wants to win
Power
for the
slam.
next time. Here it goes.
No. Wow.
Is he calling for it?
AMW. Could this be? Could they go for the death sentence?
Oh, he's trying right here. Could this be the death sentence? Oh, wait a minute. Great. Eric Young knows what was coming up right there, and he wasn't going to allow it.
I was almost going to say, keep your eye on D'Amore, because I just don't trust that big load at ringside.
He's been relatively quiet,
Down
though.
here. Look
Oh! Wow! Unbelievable. What just happened? I don't know. We're only going to count him out here.
Bodies laid out all over the six-sided ring. They're going absolutely nuts, because this one has been off the charts. Pin attempt. Can AMW win it?
No!
Wow, that was close.
Bobby Roode, though, showing resilience again.
Gonna take another look. There's the replay. Wow. Now back live. Flown over by Roode. Super kick connects. Storm on target. Is he having the strength to gather and go for the
He's
cover?
going to try one, two. Oh, wait a minute. There you knew D'Amore was going to do something, and he did it right there.
Damn him. Damn that D'Amore.
And look at Harris. He is ticked off.
How much of this can you stand?
Oh, look at he's caught in the middle of an AMW sandwich right here.
Yeah, look right. Harris.
Handcuffs.
Yeah. Cut this big goof.
Oh, let's get him out of this thing.
Lock him up. You cuff him.
Well, they've had enough.
They're going to cut into the steel structure. How about that? That's one way to take the coach out of the equation.
You got that right. He is stuck right there, and there's nothing he can do about it. Look at this, and now.
The crybaby trying to fight through the cuffs. Is he nuts? Now it's a chance. Now it's an even playing field.
We've seen this. Here he goes. And there it is, and he just slams him down.
High impact left arm clothesline. Here's two. Oh, kick out by Young.
You gotta give Young credit. You gotta give Young credit. He's got a knot on his head.
You're right.
He's taking everything, and he's still kicked out of that.
You've got to give both of these teams credit.
Yes.
The drive that we're seeing from both Team Canada and AMW, the adrenaline from both teams, because they realize, ladies and gentlemen, just what's at stake here. Wait a minute, is that Divine?
That sure is.
That guy's the white. Johnny Divine just ran down. I think he's got a hot.
He's standing up there at the top of
hockey stick. One of the other members of Team Canada. But Harris saw him. Harris chasing Divine around the ring. Oh, man, what the heck happened there?
I don't know, but you can see
He was
right
off
there.
on the far side. I'm guessing Bobby Roode caught him on the far side. No! Divine with a hockey stick.
Oh, he catches right on the back of
Catches
no,
He broke the stick across his back, for God's sake.
If you can see, oh, this is wrong.
Take the ball out of
This is wrong. 1, 2.
No! Just two?
No, he only got 2. It's not over yet.
He did only get two, even with the divine interference.
Unbelievable. You can see the more right there.
He's got what's left of the hockey stick.
Oh, look at that.
Divine.
Oh, he dumps it. Oh, he sends it down.
Spine buster for Divine. But guys, don't lose your focus here. Remember, oh no, you've got to beat Roode or Young. And Bobby Roode's got him.
Oh, look at that. You can see the Wildcat locking it in. Here they go. A little teamwork. Yes.
Pin. Count 1, 2, 3.
No, my God, way. No way. That was 3. That was 3. That was robbery there by the way.
How happy that Clown Demore is. Oh, how much closer can you get?
And you know what? They were stunned by it. And that cost Cowboy James Storm right there. You can't lose your focus. Oh, wait a minute.
Could it be?
Catatonic! Catatonic!
Oh, but the referee's being distracted by Roode. Here's on.
Wait a minute. Divine just threw a chair in there.
Slid the chair in, bud. Tug of war.
Oh, man.
Northern lariat, but the clothesline caught him from behind, and Harris went face first into the steel chair.
Oh, no.
Young's the legal man. Young's going to make the cover here unless Harris can make it.
He's got it. 1, 2. No, he got his foot on the rope.
He did it. He did it. Great presence. Great ring awareness by Harris.
Roode went crazy. What a match.
Johnny.
Oh, look at that.
Johnny Divine hit his own.
He doesn't know it. 2.
Get it out. New tag champs. New tag champs.
5 times for AEW. 6 times for Harris and Storm. Unbelievable.
They had a dream, and yes, they realized it. They had a goal. AEW said, we're going to get back the NWA World Tag Team titles. And ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed an incredibly physical, an incredibly intense matchup between these two teams that, yes, sees AEW fight through repeated attempts by Team Canada, and Harris and Storm win the title.
The following is a one-fall contest for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers from Gainesville, Georgia, the phenomenal AJ Styles. His tag team partner from the City of Angels, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels.
Mike, I called them a dream tag team, and we saw them one time at New Year's Eve a while back when they first were together. And we get to see them now again, but this time they're serious. They are so serious about becoming tag team champions. If you look at what these two have done for so long in the X Division, you just think that the world is their oyster.
And their opponents, Cowboy James Storm, Wildcat Chris Harris. They are the NWA World Tag Team Champions, America's Most Wanted.
Now, can we keep Chris Harris away from the broadcast table for one night? I mean, God, every time we see AEW, Harris always peels over here. Let's see. Yeah, here he comes again. Just what we thought. What do you want, Harris?
Happy Mother's Day to your mother.
Oh, he intimidates.
He sure does.
As well he should. The Wildcat, Chris Harris, there you see the close-up look at one half of the World Tag Team Champions. And how about Gail Kim flaunting her power just seconds ago, just minutes before this, finally find out why Jackie has been crying for the past several weeks. She's pregnant, and all of a sudden she gets kicked to the curb.
Can you fire somebody because they're pregnant? And does Gail Kim have the power to do so? Obviously.
She said Jeff doesn't like you, meaning Jeff Jarrett. Scott doesn't like you, Scott D'Amore, and went on and on. Obviously, AMW doesn't either.
Not a good thing to say to somebody who's going through the emotional stage of pregnancy.
I mean, think though, in recent weeks, look at this. Here come the challengers. Styles and Daniels on the attack even before the opening bell.
Well, it's great to see this kind of aggressiveness from Styles and Daniels. That's the way they're going to have to be. So many times, America's Most Wanted doesn't let you catch your breath. That's how they keep so many titles. I like the way these guys have done this. They've come right at it. They brought the fight to the tag team champions.
And you know, we've questioned a lot of the moves by Larry Zbyszko. Mr. Probation, by the way, from the championship committee. Look at this kick by Styles. And one thing I have to agree with Larry on was barring the girls, yes. Gail, and, well, Jackie's fired now, but barring them from ringside.
Well, a match like this, the title on the line here in a pay-per-view, you don't need something like Gail Kim, like we did the last time with that Hurricane Rod on AJ Styles to cost themselves the championship. And I love that move right there by Larry Zbyszko. Wow! I mean, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels on fire.
Styles high into the air with the knee drop. Quick follow-up pin attempt by the Fallen Angel, but look at the form. Mount, a comeback, and then tag in the Wildcat Chris Harris.
What an arm drag right there to that one. Christopher Daniels showing his strength. Think about the belts and the championships these four have worn around their waist. The X Division titles by Daniels and AJ Styles. The tag titles by all four of these guys. And then, of course, the heavyweight championship title of AJ as well. These guys are true champions in that ring. That's why this is a dream match, Mike.
Harris back to the vertical base, so important as he regains control of the offense. Shot off into the ropes, puts the shoulder right into the chest of the Fallen Angel. Here comes the Wildcat again, but Christopher Daniels is ready for him and dropped him with that drop kick.
Little nonchalant right there. I know he knows it's probably too early. They're not tired enough to get the pin, so maybe he's just trying to make a statement just to kind of show them that, hey, they're cocky too.
I like the move. Get into the skin of AMW. Play with the move, and oh man, AJ airborne power move. Drives that shot right into the head of Storm, but full Nelson slam attempt by Harris's block, and AJ catches him with the drop roll hold.
And AJ Styles, how amazing is that?
He lets the fall back in this move, Don. Harris needs to avoid the chin lock, but AJ, he's got the deathlock on the leg. Oh man, Storm in to break it up.
Good move right there by Storm. He had to, because I mean AJ Styles had it locked in. He was pulling back with all his strength, and then he goes over there and gets the tag right away to Christopher Daniels. A great move. You need to be quick on your tags, crisp on your tags, and keep everybody fresh if you want to win this championship.
Daniels to the judo playbook with the STO takedown on Harris, but only able to get a 2 count. Notice how crisp the tags have been here between Styles and Daniels. Always maintaining the fresh man of the ring, and they tag in another one. And here comes Daniels in with the boot.
You know, they've always been great. They've always been great together, but for the first time tonight, they literally all on the same page. You can see that. They got themselves prepared for this, and I have never seen these teams work this well together ever.
What a team. Double team move on Storm. Daniels sends Styles in. What a clothesline in the corner. Follow-up move is a knee to the chest by the Fallen Angel.
Man alive, one right after another. Here goes a
pin. 2 count. Leg strength there of Harris enables him to kick out before. Referee Rudy Charles, the senior official, pulls 3.
Oh, shortcut right there by Wildcat as he poked him in the eye, sent him over there screaming. That's what AMW does. They corner you. They get you there on their side, and then they get the momentum back, and that's why they are the champs.
You're not kidding. Harris just bum rushed him in the corner. Scored from the apron, laying in the blows. You saw that momentary double team, and it turns the match in AMW's favor. The champs are in the driver's seat. What a clothesline there by Storm that leveled Daniels, and not only the impact of the clothesline, with the back of Daniels' head hitting the canvas, made it really doubly effective.
Yeah, it's seeing stars right now. And again, this is one thing that you gotta, out of respect, say about America's Most Wanted. They know how to keep that person on that side of the ring to make sure he can't get a tag. We saw where we saw how quick their tags were here. Now you see Christopher Daniels can't get to AJ Styles' side and make a tag.
Boy, AMW. Great double team moves here. Inverted atomic drop, side Russian leg sweep, but not able to put Daniels away. And here comes the high vertical.
Oh, he just lets that blood rush to his head. Look how long he holds him up there.
We count along. What are you at now? You're about 8, 9, 10 seconds before he powers him back first to the mat.
And not only does the blood rush to his head, and you can see the pain in the face of Daniels, it's a psychological move. It's a power move. As he goes for the penitent, it's his way of saying, I can do this to you anytime I want.
Frustration evident here from Harris. Went for the pin attempt on the fallen angel, but Christopher Daniels able to power out before 3. Here comes Storm, another AMW patented double team.
And when they get it, I'm going to say you might not like it. For some reason, Wildcat doesn't like us. It's weird. But you got to respect how well they work together. I don't agree with some of the ways they split the victory. Man, do they know how to use teamwork to their advantage.
And from outside, you see Daniels being held. And again, look how doubly effective these moves are. You saw just seconds ago where they crashed down on his back, and at the same time his throat, his neck went right against that steel table, and there it is again.
Pull that neck right back into it again. And it's just one thing after the other. Christopher Daniels has got to find a way to escape this corner. He's going to have to find a way to dodge these guys and get over there and get the tag to AJ, or this thing is going to end.
Daniels digging down deep, trying to mount an offensive here. Cut off as he tried to leap. Wow, that would have been a long leap across the ring to get his partner Styles in. Storm catches him in midair, drives him back first into the corner. They repeatedly fire up on Daniels in the corner with those blows, and then he tags in the Wildcat.
And again, pulling on that neck, twisting that head. I mean, Christopher Daniels has had that neck and head in so many different directions and snapped back and forth, and now just wrenching on it is the Wildcat. He's so strong. He is so strong. And look at him just getting cradled in there and pulling on his fingertips. Man.
Yeah, and back up to his feet. Daniels, series of shots with that elbow right into the midsection. Swing and a miss with the clothesline, but oh man, back elbow didn't miss. Follow cover, lateral press by Harris on Daniels for a 2 count.
I love what Wildcat did right there. He shortened the distance. As Christopher Daniels was coming off the ropes, Wildcat met him a lot quicker than Christopher Daniels was expecting it, and that keeps the momentum back on AMW's side.
Right at the same time, he's moving forward with the blow.
Yes.
Had more velocity behind it. AMW double team, Storm quiets the crowd, and then drops down from the middle rope right across the lower back of Daniels.
Man, this has now been a long time since Christopher Daniels has been in this ring. It's been a long time. He's got to get a tag to AJ Styles. As you can see, this is not going the way these guys are playing at all, and they came out looking so good.
We gave the challengers big-time props right off the opening bell. The quick tags, the cohesive unit that we have seen here from Daniels and Styles, it's been negated by AMW. And yes, they've used some double team moves, but boy, they certainly have been effective against Daniels.
Just one thing after good move right there. This could be the opening he needs. Now he needs to not get cocky here. He needs to get a tag in there, but look at this. Oh, he got ducks underneath, and here comes the game.
Styles on fire, running clotheslines for both members of AMW. 2 for each. Spin kick, takes down Harris. Wow, baby. Head scissors take over for Storm.
Man, alive, AJ Styles fired up. 1, 2. Oh, just in time. You know what was so good there that Christopher Daniels was able to stay in there long enough that actually Storm and Harris able to get a little tired, and that just gave AJ the opening he needed, and he came out fired up.
Daniels is now legal, and he's met on the middle rope by Storm. Styles fighting from behind. Oh, look out. Where's Harris?
Oh, my God.
Tower down.
Daniels pushes him off. Good move.
Great defensive move by Daniels at that time. He doesn't take that big blow from the top, and instead he's in position to fly.
Here he goes. Oh, beautiful shot.
Cross body.
2. Oh. Was that close?
It was just this close to new NWA World Tag Team Champions.
Wow, I'm going to tell you something. Christopher Daniels waited, set it up. Now he goes right after it. Wildcat Chris Harris outside of the ring. Into the rail, into the crowd. Oh, he's into the crowd. And a shot right there by Storm on Christopher Daniels.
The battle outside. Styles in the ring. AJ measuring springboard.
And look at that. What a shot right there. AJ Styles set it up. because the momentum has turned again. And that's what they needed. Oh, nice counter by Jay Storm. Nice counter.
You're right, just drop down to the canvas. Daniels, throat, neck, snapping back off that top steel cable. Now, on the opposite side of the ring, Styles is rolled back in by AMW. What are they going to do now? Setting up for a double team, obviously, with Harris motioning the Storm.
They're going to go right for the Deathston right here? No, they're not. Oh, wait a minute. Daniels comes in and cuts him off.
And then uses Harris to drop him out.
But he just barely misses. And Daniels goes through the pin in.
Combination Pele, DVD, Death Valley driver leads to another near fall for the challenger. Styles flies again. I don't think he caught him. No, he moved out of the way on the floor. We're going to go for the BME here.
Oh, he slammed him perfectly right there.
Oh, best moonsault ever.
He basically lands on his feet.
Super kick attempt by Storm is blocked. Up, over. Oh, Storm press.
Oh, what a spear.
Harris cover on Daniel.
Dude, not enough.
That second high-risk move by AJ certainly didn't turn out as well as the first did. He crashed and burned on the floor, and now AMW in control. 2-on-1 against Daniel. They're going to turn it over. Harris brings in the Tennessee Cowboy.
And right there, that's just what AMW needed. They get, oh, but look at this. He telegraphed it. Christopher Daniels gets two good shots, and he gets the tag.
AJ back up. Dual clothesline. One lariat with the left, one lariat with the right. Down goes AMW.
Man, these guys just have so much athletic ability. I mean, all four of them. I'm not taking away anything from anybody. Nice boot right there by Storm. Perfectly timed.
And look how quickly he goes up. Oh!
Look at the knee.
AJ fighting him off knees as well as a forearm shot. Precarious position here for Storm up on top. He was in control just seconds ago, but now AJ's got a chance to try and bring him in, but he's caught off from behind by the Wildcat.
Wildcat Chris Harris, look at this. He's now got AJ Styles trapped up on his shoulders right there. Look at this. Wow. The double team swinging moves.
And
1, 2. Wow, he gets out of it. What a double team move that was. Man.
that was close. All four men in the six-sided ring. Daniels and the Wildcat at the top of the screen. Now we go close-up look at the Tennessee Cowboy Storm and Styles, and meeting of the minds between AMW. Right to the back of the head, perfectly placed by Daniels.
And look at this. AJ just feeds him right in there. Now you see the power of Daniels as he slams him down, Mike. And AJ going back up high risk again. There goes the BME. He nails it. Look at that front splash. Wow. Dude, it's over. No way.
Best moonsault ever. Follow-up frog splash. Only a 2 count. The challengers can't believe it, neither can we.
I'm telling you, you got to give something to Storm right there. That was just instinct, just gut reaction, kicking out of that. Man alive.
Oh, the two men who battled at the top of the cage last month at Lockdown. In the ring right now, that's Storm and Styles. And will you ever forget that move from last month, Don?
Oh no, when they come flying down off the top of the building. And this is a chance actually for Storm to get a little, hey, look at this.
Feet on the ropes, his feet around the ropes, but Daniels sees it and cuts him off. Quick pin attempt. AJ's shoulders are down, but no, Storm's not able to get enough weight positioning properly. He's fighting him off here. AJ's trying to get him up for the clash.
Look at him
Storm won't
fight.
let it happen. Storm will not let him go.
Oh, low blow right there. Unbelievable. And setting up the super kick, and he hits it. He hits it dead on.
Drilled it.
1, 2. Just in time. Wow. Wow.
The champs looked like they were going to retain right there. Daniels saves Styles. Puts on the brakes, does the fallen angel. Ready for the angel's wings.
He hits it. This is it.
Cover him.
New champ. 1, 2. Oh, man alive. Another breakout. Wow. Unbelievable action going on in the ring.
You're right. Total non-stop action from TNA in this World Tag Title matchup.
Oh, nice kick right there.
Daniels caught him with the boot. Charges in. Harris elevates him. Oh!
They both go out.
Daniels brought him over, and so the referee did too.
The referee's knocked down, and you can see that Storm's down. AJ, wait a minute. What is that bouncing around? Something just bounced into the ring. Look at that. It's like a billy club.
It's like a police baton.
Yes.
Where did it come from?
I have no idea. Wait a minute. It fell down like from the ceiling.
The fans are on it.
Look at that. Gail Kim. What? He's obviously not ringside up there. Wow! Oh, man.
Moves on the tip, split leg style, but Daniels now roll up in the ring. AJ, here comes the clash.
He's got him in the Styles clash. Here it is.
Harris up with that belly club. He's got that police baton, and he just hit AJ in the back of the head.
AJ Styles is knocked down. He revives. 1, 2. Oh, man, I can't believe it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, and still NWA World Tag Team Champions, America's Most Wanted.
Remember what AMW said in the pre-match interview? We've got friends in high places.
Well, obviously, they have that set up. Whoa, you've got to give them a A+ for guile and cunning on something like that. It's just, you hate to see it, the effort that AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels put together as a team.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Ladies and gentlemen, TNA's Slammiversary continues with the following one-fall contest for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Introducing team number 1, the challengers. First from Gainesville, Georgia, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And his tag team partner from the City of Angels, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Don West, earlier today, I saw you talking with AJ Styles and the Fallen Angel, and I know that you had to ask them what the plan was that they have in store to neutralize Gail Kim. Get it out. Come clean. Don't backtrack with me now.
I'll let you leave a little secret a little bit later on.
And their opponents, accompanied to the ring by Gail Kim, Wildcat Chris Harris, Cowboy James Storm, the NWA World Tag Team Champions, America's Most Wanted.
I guess it's safe to say that the record books don't lie.
We looked through the record books all the way back to,
Of course.
what are you asking me? Okay, it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Wildcats Dad. All right, if that'll get you out of here. What's that? Keep your eye right there on. What's Storm doing? I don't know. If I can hide something. Checking for something.
Anyway, regroup and pick up your
Thank you. I
thoughts
don't
when
know
it
what
comes to the
deal is.
longest reigning tag team champions, a TNA record. And we went through the record books earlier today.
All the way back to 75. Nobody has held the belts as long as they have 8 months and a week.
Yes, they hold the gold. 8 months plus 1 week. America's Most Wanted, Storm and Harris, have held the gold. And tonight, it's at stake here at Slammiversary. Styles and Daniels, for whatever reason, AMW has really had their number. And I guess the biggest reason has been Gail Kim.
Well, she's obviously somebody that has such ability in the ring that, she can foil you in so many ways. And Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles should have been smarter than that in the past. And they've been bragging on and on about they have a neutralizer. And yes, I talked to both of them. And no, they're not letting me know what it is. But when you would talk to them, Mike, you'd see this grin come across their faces. You'd see this little sparkle in their eyes. They know what it takes to take Gail Kim out of this. And I think it's one of those deals where they're wanting Gail Kim to interfere. They want Gail Kim to try to be a part of this match because they've got something for her.
I've been surprised that Styles and Daniels haven't had more success against AMW. And when you talk to them, I think they share that same feeling. But they realize that Gail Kim has just interfered time after time. It's kept them away from the tag team gold. Let's see if they do have a plan. Neutralize Gail Kim, and at the same time, maybe they can win the tag team titles and stop this 8+ month run of America's Most Wanted.
And let's face it, as good as the phenomenal AJ Styles and the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels are, and they are good. They are absolutely incredible. America's Most Wanted are what a tag team is all about. They know what the belts mean. They know how to keep the belts on their shoulders. They know how to have a title reign. They know how to win it when they lose it. I mean, these guys work together so well. That's why they are the greatest tag team in TNA history.
And you heard the interview with JB prior to the match, Don. It's 4 years America's Most Wanted here in TNA. How many tag teams stay together in this era for 4 years. Shoulder block by Styles, then springs in. Storm caught him with the elbow. Quickly, AJ shot off into the ropes. Great ability and agility as Styles lands on his feet and then gets tremendous leg extension with the drop kick. That's how you do it, is what he said.
You got that right. He just killed him with that drop kick, and nobody, I mean nobody, lays a drop kick on you like the phenomenal AJ Styles. Something about the way he does it, it's a thing of beauty. And I've always thought of these two working together that they would be magic, and they are at times. But you're not truly magical until you know how to get the win, you know how to get the finish. And they've got to do it here tonight. But they've got to be relentless. They've got to be worked together so well.
We talked about it for years. Styles and Daniels, rivals in the X Division. But you always had that thought in the back of your mind, didn't you?
The dream team.
The dream team. If you put them together as a team, you think that they would have to succeed, but because what AMW and Gail Kim have done to keep them from that success, I think it's really gotten under the skin of two men who in the past have been tag team champions, but just not with each other.
Yeah, but one thing you can't take away from America's Most Wanted, and that's their confidence and their cockiness, and that's exactly what they do. They let you think you get the momentum. They let you think you're taking control of the match, and then they do just like this. You can see Wildcat, but wow, Christopher Daniels turns it right around.
Oh, he sure did. Rolled through, grabbed the arm of the Wildcat, Chris Harris, and arm barred him, but then Harris surprised Daniels and caught him with a forearm shot.
Oh, look at that agility right there by Christopher Daniels. He's somebody that just has so much charisma. Just oozes out of his body. But Wildcat, if there's one thing advantage he has, it's strength. And you can tell, oh man, takes a shortcut right there.
Poked him right in the eyes. Advantage now AMW while Daniels tries to regroup and clear the cobwebs and try to clear his vision at the same time. Right back to the arm goes Chris Harris.
Oh, look at I mean, Fallen Angel just comes at you so many different ways. Now just stepping on the head, grinding it into the man.
Oh, I love it. Just put on the brakes, put the big boot right to the back of the head, and then drives with all of his weight. That boot to the back. Harris goes right into the canvas. Drop kick by Daniels.
Now think about this. Both those guys right there, Daniels and of course AJ, have held X Division. Oh, nice shot. I'm not making a comment.
Go ahead, Don.
Oh, I'm not making a man. This is getting even worse.
Perfectly placed drop toe hold by Daniels.
Twice.
And AMW, well, Storm sit outside. Storm going to try and skin the cat.
He does skin it, but he thinks he's got AJ, and Daniels, and he sends his own partner out.
Yeah, skinned the cat back in, but you're right, he took his own man right out with him, and there you go, Storm.
Well, when you're concentrating on skinning the cat like that, you don't realize who is in front of me. That's how teamwork's done. What a shot! I'm telling you, AJ and Daniels are working to perfection. They're even dressing alike. They're showing unity. They're showing that they are on the same page.
And they're showing confidence as well. How about the smile that just cracked the face of Christopher Daniels? You don't see the Fallen Angel too many times in the heat of the battle. With a smile like that, he's so happy. Directed traffic, pulled down the top rope, and AJ took out both members of AMW.
I was going to say earlier, as we see right here, is Daniels coming right over the... Oh, drops that elbow right down. Think about this. Daniels and AJ both had X Division gold, but yet they have both also had tag team gold, but never together.
Pin attempt by the Fallen Angel, but Storm able to avoid the 3 count. They're chanting for the Fallen Angel, and he turns it over to the Phenomenal One.
Oh, you see the possibilities of this team, and man, they are just doing it. Oh, one right after the other. The teamwork is right out of a page of AMW.
Styles from outside took Storm and drove him right into the boots of Daniels and then went right for the pin, but not able to gain the 3 count. Forearm shot by AJ. Gonna bring Storm back out towards the middle of the ring, and a scoop and mid-ring slam. Airborne. Oh, look at that knee drop.
Man, I'm telling you, AMW has got to be wondering who they're facing tonight, because it's not the same team they've seen in the past. And you can feel that, Mike. You had to feel it too when you saw them today. There was just something about the way their mannerisms. Their mannerisms. Oh, choke, hit him in the neck, man. That'll make him lose your breath. And oh,
dives right under. AJ just, when you talk about making decisions in the ring, nobody does it better.
Oh, you're right. Impromptu move by Styles, sliding through the legs of Harris to avoid him, but he didn't see that one coming. Harris taking that top rope, pulling it down as AJ went to spring back. Instead, he crashes and burns on the floor.
And that's what they do. They bide their time, and they wait for their opportunity. And now you can see it's just become a fight. It's just become a brawl right here in front of us.
Daniels to join the fray as well, so all four men are involved outside the ring. Oh, headbutt by Daniels to the Wildcat. Chris Harrison rocks him with the right hand. Styles and Storm on the other side of the building fight it out, but Daniels getting the better of it there. Great elbow.
Right in front of us. Gail Kim is now, if we get on the back of Daniels. You saw she came in and raked his back. Let's see, and then you see the fight going on there between Storm and AJ.
Boy, tough to follow this action, isn't it?
I feel sorry for the camera guys in there. They're trying to catch everything. But that was what, again, Gail Kim able to come in. And I didn't see any neutralizer there.
I didn't either. What we talked about earlier, we broke it down in the taglines. The fact that she's been the difference maker in the previous meetings between these two teams. And look at this match. Momentum now totally in favor of AMW because of that.
Oh, what a move by AJ. Just again being thrown forward. Oh, nice move by Storm. You got to give him credit. He saw AJ go up. He hit the feet, and look at AJ. Look at the pain. He's out of air. He's trying to catch his breath.
I mean, he just landed right across that steel guardrail, and meanwhile, on the opposite side of the arena, the Wildcat Chris Harris, he just tossed Daniels into the safety rail on this side, back first.
We're trying, folks. These guys are just going at it right after another. And now you see here, they're throwing AJ into the ring where Wildcat Chris Harris is waiting for him.
And pin, two, shoulder up, even before the 2 count by AJ.
A little nonchalant right there by the Wildcat. You don't do that with phenomenal AJ Styles. What you're talking about there.
You're right. Only Triple Crown winner, World's Heavyweight Champion, the NWA title holder, as well as X Division champion and NWA Tag title holder. Great clothesline by the southpaw. Left arm lariat by the Wildcat, but leads to just another 2 count.
You saw right there what the Wildcat does. I mean, that time he wasn't nonchalant with it. He went and tried to wrap him up and get a quick pin. And you got to give him credit, he adapted, and this is what they do. They get it going their way, and Daniel's still not quite recovered since he got rammed into the rail there.
It's what they do best. You see Gail Kim get involved. She's up on the apron to distract the referee. AMW to milk that 5 count that they have before the other man gets out of the ring. Storm drops down for the pin attempt on AJ. But AMW has turned this thing in their favor. They're cut off the ring. They go back to the tag team basics, and they remain in control.
Oh, look at AJ. Nice kick right to the leg, and but Storm follows it back and then levels it with another one. And then goes over and gives a shot to Daniels, who's still reeling.
And they come right back for the pin. 2 count on AJ, who barely got the arm up. What an exchange of kicks between the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Well, AJ's not been the same since Storm laid him on top of that rail. When he was on top of it and put his feet out from under him, AJ just seems like he can't catch his breath, and he just can't seem to get any speed, and now look at the power. This is what the Wildcat's all about. Nobody does this better. He can hold him up there forever and let the blood rush to his head.
And does, and then drops him down, crashing down with that high vertical suplex.
Oh, you heard him yell. That was beautiful. And it is. I got to admit, it's a thing of beauty. He does it as good as anybody I've ever seen.
Decides that he's not even going to go for the pinfall at this time. Instead, throttling AJ with the chokehold right in front of the referee.
And this is what AMW does so well, Mike. They let you get confident. They let you think it's all you, and then all of a sudden they start humiliating you, and that's what they're doing.
And you can see with what Harris just did moments ago, the choke of AJ. It just points out what you said just minutes before that AJ, ever since that problem out on the arena floor with the guardrail, he hasn't been able to get all of that air, all of that wind right back into his lungs.
Oh, if you don't get oxygen to the lungs and to the brain, I'm telling you, it makes for a long time. And then he's spinning. Oh, he's trying to make the tag. Missed it by millimeters.
You can almost sense here that Styles realizes how important it is to make the tag. AMW doing everything to cut him off and avoid that, but Daniels in for the save before AMW can get the 3 count.
Andrew Thomas tells him to get out, but it was a great save by the Fallen Angel. He had to do it. AJ Styles is in trouble. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen him in this kind of trouble. But this guy has willpower beyond anybody's imagination.
What Storm have in store for AJ now? from the middle rope and actually perched up on top. Oh, AJ fighting him off. Knees. There it is!
He hits the Pele! And what a Pele with the World Cup going on around us! That was one of the best Peles I've ever seen! Wow!
Who's better at improv in the ring than the phenomenal AJ Styles? Pele out of nowhere. I know I didn't see that one coming, and I know Storm certainly didn't either.
You were seeing him use the knees to the head, and that's how you get a tag in. Daniels goes over, gives him one, and then brings one back to him.
I mean, Daniels now rested after being able to recuperate outside, and he's taking on both members of America's Most Wanted. Enziguri takes down Harris, scooping a slam for Storm.
Oh, look at this. Oh, a little moonsault like he does there off the, not the BME, but, and then he sets it, gets out of the way, and an elbow by Harris right on Storm.
Right hands directed to the jaw of the Wildcat Chris Harris, who reverses Daniels and shoots him off. Off the ropes, going to go for the Bulldog, but instead it's reversed by Daniels.
Oh, look at this. He got it pinned, and again, Gail Kim interferes. Oh, man, AJ Styles neutralizes it right there. He throws it right in the ring.
Just tossed it right into the ring.
Wait a minute. What is that? Who is that?
What the hell?
That's what you call a neutralizer right there.
Look at the size of her.
Man alive! Gail Kim doesn't know what to do!
What? Got a throttle. Who the hell is this?
Wow, she just slams her down!
What?
Now that's what you call neutralization!
Look at the size of her!
Oh,
she just choke slam Gail Kim!
Oh, buddy, don't get him an arm wrestling time. Look at her! She just physically just manhandles her, Mike! Manhandles her!
What the hell are we witnessing here? We're seeing the neutralization. What a plan this is by Styles and Daniels.
They told you they had it. And let it take just one shot right after another.
I don't know who she is, but this is pretty effective, isn't it? Gail Kim being carted to the back.
So much for Gail Kim. That's what you do right there. I'm somebody that got a little size advantage, and that's what she had.
Meanwhile, AMW able to regroup Don during that situation, and now look out for a double team on Daniels, but Styles saw that one coming.
Took too long, and roll up right here. Got it. Wow. Man, I thought it was over.
2 count only, though. Daniels on the verge of winning the tag team titles. Angel's Wings attempt blocked by Harris.
And he goes over and gives a shot to AJ for good measure.
Yeah, that may be the most important aspect of the move. Take Styles out of the match. Roll up now. Daniels pin, leg straight to Harris.
Oh, just crushed Daniels with a chair.
Storm from outside with the steel chair. Daniels has been knocked out. Pin. 1, 2, now.
Oh, listen to this crowd. They thought it was over.
So did I.
I did too. But it's not.
Steel chair shot to the head from outside. There's the tag. AJ's legal. Referee saw it. Spring away.
Wow.
Flying forearm shot.
He went all the way across the ring.
Storm tried to roll him up, but AJ blocked it. Inverted DDT.
Man, they're on fire right now. You can feel something special happening in that ring, and here it is.
Gonna go pump handle here. Oh, took him down across the knee. Gutbuster. Drove him down stomach first. Styles positioning the Wildcat. Points to the corner. And headed outside. AJ, middle rope, top
Here
floor.
He goes.
Here he comes.
Oh, he went for the Spinal Tap, and he misses it. The Spinal Tap fell short, and that's a high risk move.
You don't see him miss that one very often. And how many big matches through the 4 years of TNA have we seen him win? What does Harris have?
He's got the handcuffs that he breaks down. He's got him in his hands.
Got him wrapped around his knuckles. You're right.
AJ's in no shape either.
That's like hitting somebody with brass knucks.
Oh, this is awful.
Knockout blow.
Makes me so mad.
No,
1, 2.
No way.
Oh, he pulls him out. He said he hit him with the knuckle. Look at that. He's telling him what happened.
How many times have we seen that from AMW?
A little bit of their own medicine.
You're right.
He cracked him right there into the steps. Oh, he cracked Daniels into those steps.
Styles and Daniels, they did have a plan in place to neutralize Gail Kim, but America's Most Wanted is in control here and on the verge of retaining their titles.
Oh, you can see there AJ is still knocked out from those Handcuffs are used. They're setting him up for the death sentence. Oh, but Daniels in, and now he's got a hold of him. Yes!
Death Valley driver by Daniels. He motions for Styles. Somersault over, pin. 2.
Yes!
No, just 2.
What a match!
What do they have to do here to win the gold? Styles tags Daniels. He's legal. Fallen Angel, what do you have up your sleeve? Gonna go Angel's wings now?
Here he's got it set up, and look at that Wildcat fighting
Block.
off.
Storm charges and decked him with the clothesline.
That's the teamwork that America's Most Wanted does so well. It was one of those situations where Daniels had to get it hit. He had to hit it there. He had to finish it off, and now the cockiness. Setting up for the super kick.
Went for the super kick, and you're right. How egotistical can you be? Put the cowboy hat on. Daniels caught him with the boot. Ready for Angel's wings?
Yeah!
He Angel's winged him right onto the cowboy hat.
1, 2, oh man!
Elbow drop by Harris to the backup referee Andrew Thomas, and he tosses him out.
Oh, this is just gone crazy now. As you can see, AJ goes right at him. Into the corner right there. It's Wildcat out of it.
NWA World Tag Team titles hang in the balance. Harris shot off into the corner. Oh, man. AJ went head first into the turnbuckle.
Wait a minute. I believe he's got a bottle. The Storm has a bottle in his hand.
That's probably what is hiding under the ring earlier. He just knocked out Harris with that beer bottle. He hit his own partner in the back of the head.
And look at this. Daniels has got Wildcat. And he's telling AJ to go up top. Wildcat's been knocked out with a bottle, and there he slams him down. Dog splash!
Andrew Thomas back in the ring. Moonsault BFE. 2.
They got it!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, and new NWA World Tag Team Champions, the phenomenal AJ Styles and the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
How's that for a little history at Slammiversary? The 8-month-plus reign of America's Most Wanted comes to an end. Styles and Daniels, they had a plan to neutralize Gail Kim, but bottom line, they won the titles themselves.
They sure did! And look at that frog splash! And then here comes the best moonsault ever! And it's over! It's over! And their new champion crown! Everybody's on their feet! They did have the neutralizer, and America's Most Wanted is in shock, and Lee Storm is. I don't even think Wildcats come to yet. And look at them celebrating in the crowd.
Join in the celebration. They're rocking the Impact Zone in Orlando, and you're celebrating at home as well, because the phenomenal AJ Styles, the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, have finally done it. They're the NWA World Tag Team Champions.
Look at this, the crowd just loves it. Everybody's showing the adulation, and they deserve it. It was their last chance, but they were ready. And Wildcat's still out in the middle. It was the beer bottle that we've seen Storm hit so many people with. But AJ and Daniels saw it coming, and it ended up knocking his own partner, and that was that.
They went to Larry Zbyszko from the championship committee. You're right, Don. They said, just give us one more shot. One more chance, one last opportunity, and they just cashed in the gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the next contest at Turning Point. It is a non-title flag match. Introducing team number 1, accompanied to the ring by Gail Kim, Wildcat Chris Harris, Cowboy James Storm. They are America's Most Wanted.
Quite simply, the best tag team in TNA history. It's the Tennessee Cowboy with the signature beer bottle in hand. It's the Wildcat Chris Harris. And it's that eye candy by the name of Gail Kim. Does it get much better than that?
No, it doesn't. And that's a nice camera shot right there, too, buddy. But you're right. These guys have done so much. They have been synonymous with the tag team division here in TNA.
And their opponents, accompanied to the ring by Conan, they are the NWA World Tag Team Champions, Homicide and Hernandez, the Latin American
And here they come, the military. militant thugs of TNA. As Conan will tell you, 24/7, 365, they are the militant thugs. They are Homicide, the big man Hernandez, and yes, led by the brain power of Conan himself. Here we go, AMW, they're not gonna wait for the bell. They jump-started this matchup, non-title flag match, and here we go.
Well, I'll tell you, they didn't wait 1 second, and they can't, because it's about honor and pride in country right here. And AMW, a team that we've been a little down on in the past, but they came up when it involved America. They come right after LAX, but LAX, again, you got to keep your eye on them because they are thugs, they are militants, and man, do they know how to turn things around in their favor, and you see the strength of Hernandez right there as he just slams Storm into the rail.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, this matchup, it's not about pinfalls, it's not about submissions. The flags are already hung in place, high above the ring. There you see the United States flag as Homicide is sent out to the apron by the southpaw, the Wildcat Chris Harris. Oh man, here comes Hernandez to dump Harris out to the floor.
Oh, he just has so much strength right there, and you're going to have to keep your eye, of course, on Conan. Look at this. Look at the teamwork. Oh, wow. Did you see that? Hernandez just spawned Homicide over the top, right on the top of the Wildcat Chris Harris.
Wait a minute. Hernandez telling Homicide to lift him up, to bring him up to his feet.
No way.
Here comes the freight train.
Oh, nice. Super kick right there by Storm as he cuts him off.
Gail Kim hit up to the corner.
Oh, moonsault. Wow. Gail Kim just hit the moonsault off of the top. Holy cow, she hurt herself in the process, but she knew she had to do something.
She just put her body on the line for her team, for AMW. My God. Man. And now, right up above us here, we see James Storm, who connected with that super kick, going to try and take down the U.S. flag, and Conan, we've seen it time after time, the interference from Conan stopped Storm from pulling down Old Glory.
And I'll tell you the determination that Conan used, it's no secret that the guy's injured, but when it comes to something like this, he'll put his body on the line, and he got up there and he stopped Storm. But now look at Homicide Hernandez working together. They have an incredible chemistry. You know, I don't like their ways, but I like the way they work together. I'm going to tell you that.
I tell you what, you mentioned putting your body on the line. We just saw that from Gail Kim. I still can't get over that moonsault from the corner turnbuckle all the way to the floor.
She had to do something, and she had to do it fast. Did you see how quickly the camera couldn't even get in place? I mean, she climbed up that like a cat, and then moonsaulted high into the sky and right on top of Homicide.
Advantage quickly turns to the Latin American exchange. Hernandez can employ a steel chair from outside. Meanwhile, Homicide has James Storm hung in the tree of woe. This isn't going to be good for the Tennessee Cowboy. Steel chair positioned by Homicide directly in front of the face of Storm. This time Harris, spine buster to cut him off. Earlier, it was Storm who was watching Harris's back with the super kick.
Well, you can't really fault Homicide for bringing the chair in. Wow! Wildcat slingshot it over the top rope. Takes out Hernandez, and that gives Storm a chance to get Homicide. Man, the action. Look at that power slam.
Oh, perfectly done by Storm. All of his body weight behind that mid-ring power slam on Homicide. One thing we're witnessing, Don, in the first couple of minutes of this flag challenge match, both of these teams, including Conan and Gail Kim, everybody's putting their body on the line because they realize the importance of this match.
And think about it, there's no pins, there's no submission, so basically there are no rules when you think about it except the ones we gave you. You got to capture your flag, the flag from the opponent's corner, you got to get the ladder, you got to hang it up, there's like a trapeze up on top where it hangs, and then of course the anthem, and look at that as he throws him into the ladder.
Harris with the back body drop on Hernandez, who caught the ladder on the way down. Hernandez.
Wow, look at the strength of Hernandez. Grabs him by the neck and flings him. This is the strongest man I've ever seen.
We've said it from the moment he stepped into TNA. The strongest man in TNA. Sunset flip attempt here by Storm. Hernandez just overpowered him. Never saw that kick coming.
No, James Storm, though, had to do it. Use his brain right there, and it was a smart move because he saw what Hernandez did to his partner, and you just can't afford to let him get a hold of you like that, but look at the teamwork.
Yep.
Homicide going up high, and Storm in no man's land. Oh, he sets him down. Oh, what an elbow drop, Mike.
Don, we've said it from the second that they arrived in TNA. The ring of the Latin American Exchange with Conan behind them. It's a style that's unlike any other team that we've ever seen. We don't have to respect them for what their beliefs are, but boy, they can bring it inside the 6 size.
Oh, it's like they just don't care. I mean, they don't care how they hurt you. Conan has them. Look at Homicide. One right after another. Hits him with a series of 3 of them.
Little Eddie Guerrero tribute with those 3 repeated suplex. The fans even chanting here, but Homicide, well, lets them know what they think about their chants. Gail Kim again interjecting herself into this contest, hooking the leg of Homicide so he can't come off the top. He's got her by the hair.
Well, I mean, if she's going to put her body on the line with a moonsault, I mean, you gotta go after her in the ring like that, but it was enough to get Chris Harris time to get up there.
Pretty easy to see. The strategy here for AEW is there's the superplex off the top. Harris connecting on Homicide.
Man, Chris Harris just showed you why he was such a great champion. And he went right up there and he just put it on the line, and Homicide took a major hit.
Looks like Harris bleeding from the mouth here as Hernandez is going to position that ladder in the middle of the ring. And now he's going to try and take his flag with nobody there to deny him.
Oh, he's got a hold of it right here. That's the first part of this. You get a hold of that flag, and now he's just going to try to march right up that ladder. Undeterred, but you can see James Storm coming right up, and he sees it, and he's not going to allow it to happen.
You're right, rung for rung. Storm going to try and counter Hernandez. Meanwhile, Homicide from down below has got Storm's leg and boot hooked, at least momentarily. Storm now going to go up to the top of the ladder. Look out!
Oh, and then when he uses the momentum.
Sunset flip off the ladder. He took a 300-pounder down from the ladder, crashing down. Check this out.
Oh, look at that, and he caught that momentum, and he knew that if he could get that momentum, Hernandez's strength couldn't stop it.
God, it was almost like a power bomb the way he went down. Now that I look at it on the replay, wow.
Wow, you saw that. Wildcat Harris grabs the flag, gives it back to referee Earl Hebner, tells him to put it up. Now Wildcat goes up top, and he's got the American flag.
That's important. You've got to do that as the first step. Capture your own flag. Homicide going to try and cut off Harris.
No, he's got him by the leg right there. He knows that you got to stop him before he gets a chance to get to the ladder that's actually been knocked down into the ropes, and now Homicide fighting up top. Look at the headbutts. Unreal. One to the shot of the head, and oh, man, he just put it right on his face.
Not kidding. Cut him with the cutter variation off the ropes. Confidence level rising here in Homicide. LAX has got this turned around in their favor.
Oh, no.
Here comes the Killa. Gringo Killa on the way.
Boy, that's going to be tough to do. Wait a minute, Gail Kim up
here
there.
She comes.
Look at that. Nice drop kick by Gail Kim. Wow, she's an athlete.
Could that turn the tide for America's Most Wanted? And I don't blame Gail Kim after watching everything that Conan has done to interfere in the LAX matches for month after month.
Well, think about that border toss she took from Hernandez so long ago. She's had revenge on her mind from that point on. And you can see now she's getting it set up right there. It's Conan looking on. And he's got to be wondering, he's got to be thinking he's got to do something.
Gail Kim going to take the got the ladder in place, now taking the flag down. Gail Kim's going to hang it for AMW.
Oh, look at Conan coming in, and you can see, oh, he just waited. He waited till she got up there. Oh, man, the force. He slammed her on his head.
You're 100% right. He waited for her, though.
Yes.
Waited for her to climb the ladder so that she was easy pickings, so that he could just overpower her and just toss her down.
Oh, now you can see jamming that flag way down in there.
That's what it was.
It'll be harder to get. Now he's setting it back up. And now I think, wait a minute, here comes Petey Williams.
Oh, yeah, the kid from Canada that's been in the middle of this entire situation. You'll remember when LAX tried to burn the flag. Hit him with the destroyer, Petey. Petey was the one who wouldn't let it happen. No, the Hernandez freight train just derailed Petey Williams. God, what a clothesline.
And Conan, oh, did you see Hernandez?
Was that over the top rope?
Unbelievable, over the top rope. And it cost him as he's laying down in pain. And he nails James Storm. This crowd, look and see what this is unreal.
If we don't see a replay on this,
wow, man.
I'm going out to the truck. That's 300 pounds that just went flying over the top with a suicide dive.
And look at this, you've got, right now, Homicide, he's pulling the flag off so he can hang it up. You've got Wildcat Chris Harris has got his flag. They know that all they got to do is get it up there and attach it.
Homicide is just barely ahead, maybe by one rung here. Harris making his way way slowly up there. Storm's got the beer bottle. They're both right on the verge of hanging the flag. Who's going to hang the flag first?
They know that each other's there, but they're both trying, and now you can see they both realize, well, okay, they got part of it. Now they can get the other one down.
That's the key.
Then they can finish the job.
You're right, the flag is hung, both flags, but from one side.
Storm cracked, wait a minute. He smashed it with the bottle. It looked like Wildcat got it in his eye.
Did you see that? The broken glass, it went right into the eyes of his own tag team partner. Oh my God.
Oh, it did. He caused him. He smashed the bottle. And Chris Harris is laying there holding his eyes.
It's one of those moves, Don, that if you think about it, got it. Yeah, it looks good on paper. Well, I'll take the bottle and I'll break it over Homicide's head. But you never expect the shattered glass to go in your own partner's eyes.
There's nobody to stop Hernandez right here. You can see he pulls down the American flag, and oh no, he's undeterred up top.
Well, you're right. Everybody else has been laid out and left out. And now Hernandez is going to hang the Mexican flag, and LAX is on the verge.
Oh, he's done it!
They did it.
He won.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the flag match, the Latin American Exchange. Their tag team partners, the Wildcat Chris Harris, the Cowboy James Storm. They are America's Most Wanted.
For the first time in 16 years, the Wildcat Chris Harris, the Cowboy James Storm are reunited in action here in Impact Wrestling.
This is a huge, huge moment. AMW.
There is beer all over center stage, courtesy of the Cowboy, and you can see the smile on the face of Chris Harris.
I do not recommend you drink and wrestle, ladies and gentlemen.
Storm's been doing that for years.
I guess it's a little late for that, though.
America's Most Wanted. They are a record that still stands today, by the way. 6-time NWA World Tag Team Champions. They won Gauntlet for the Gold 20 years ago in 2002. Match of the Year in 2004. Tag Team of the Year from 2003 through 2004 here in TNA and Impact Wrestling. Oh, look, I think some of the beer got Maria's hair.
Well, of course, and she's furious. Can you blame her? And look, I don't want to take the wind out of the sails of this momentous return for America's Most Wanted. But the question mark in my mind, the question mark in the mind of everybody in this world is, what is the state of Chris Harris? You saw James Storm trying to keep him out of the action, out of the fray in the weeks leading up to this, because he's been hurt. He's stepped out of the wrestling business due to the injuries he's built up over a career of putting his body on the line. Where does he stand now? I know that the mind and the heart want it, but can the body cash in?
This is going to be jarring for Honor No More. Listen to the chants for PCO, and considering he was a late addition to the team, but nonetheless, this is Carl Anderson to start things off against the leader of Honor No More, Eddie Edwards.
May have been a late addition. There may be some question marks. They want to make sure everything's taken care of, but let's not forget what Eddie Edwards said earlier tonight. Honor No More's opponents tonight, they're partners by chance. Right place, right time, thrown together like a ragtag band of just randomness. Honor No More is a family. Honor No More has a code and a mission. That's something that's hard to fight against.
Edwards runs over Anderson, trying to pick up the pace here early. All these 10-man tag team matches have been the calling card of Honor No More ever since they burst onto the scene of this company earlier this year. They won the right to be a part of Impact at No Surrender back in February in this type of matchup. They also defeated the Bullet Club, including Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, and Doc Gallows, that is, in May at Under Siege.
They certainly have an advantage in these 10-man wars.
The tag made in comes the big LG.
Despite that right now, Good Brothers in firm control of Honor No More's leader, Eddie Edwards.
To your point about Chris Harris, it was not only stepping away from the ring because of injuries, it was also a commitment to his own health. It was a commitment that he made to his family, that he would make sure he was okay for years to come, and also committing to be an extended part of his family.
How can they feel watching him here tonight? Put that all on the line, risk it all.
Kick out by Edwards. To the face or to the eye of Gallows, and a tag made. In comes Matt Taven. Let's not forget the history between Taven and Bennett, Gallows and Anderson very recently in the lead up to Slammiversary, as a matter of fact.
We know that Taven and Bennett.
Cover, kick out.
Taven and Bennett have wanted that tag team gold since they stepped foot in Impact Wrestling.
Tag. OGK were anticipating they'd be handed a tag team title shot at Slammiversary, then against the Briscoes. However, they were beaten by Anderson and Gallows in a matchup that saw, what do you want to call it, some miscommunication? Mike Bennett speared Maria Kanellis.
Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, big LG there, causing Mike Bennett to spear his own wife. I believe it was all their fault.
And Heath into the battle, and he's got plenty to fight for. His longtime tag team partner, Rhino, taken out to a major knee injury caused by Honor No More. They tried to do the same thing to Heath, and luckily he escaped a worse fate than Rhino withstood.
Heath is here, and he is all fired up. Thank God he doesn't have any more lead pipes with him though tonight. No, this one's gonna be straight up, done it in the ring.
That one right at Eddie Edwards.
Did you imagine what an opportunity for Honor No More here tonight? Not only can they right the wrong that happened to them at Slammiversary, but they can potentially take out one of the greatest tag teams in Impact Wrestling history in the reunited ANW, America's Most Wanted.
Big forearm shot there by Bennett, who's legal, and this is why OGK, aka the Kingdom, have been so effective over the years. Here's a cover and a kick out by Heath. Tag team champions of both Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling have been Bennett and Taven.
They're young, they're hungry, they're fired up. They're desperate to get their hands on championship gold yet again.
Mike Bennett, a former X Division champion, here he tags in another former X Division champion, a man who's won it twice over, that being Kenny King. Remember, it was the addition of Impact Wrestling right after Slammiversary on Access TV. All of Honor No More came up empty at Slammiversary. Kenny King and company came out, I'll call it sport and poor sportsmanship, sour grapes.
That's laughable. Are you kidding? I was just about to say, hey, tonight at least there's no D'Lo Brown. There's no Tracy Brooks at ringside. There's no Scott D'Amore waving a hockey stick around here at ringside.
Talking about Kenny King got involved within the matchup between the Impact Originals and Honor No More Slammiversary.
To simply counter all the things I said.
Okay, your order of events is a bit off, and here's the tag made. In comes Eddie Edwards.
But regardless of the past, the present is right in front of you, and the present is Eddie Edwards firmly in control of Heath, and Honor No More in a good spot.
Former Impact World Champion is Eddie Edwards. His bitterness over not being given the shot to bring the championship back to Impact Wrestling when Kenny Omega was the champion is what drove Eddie Edwards to become the leader of Honor No More.
Certainly a man.
Power slam.
Explosive power slam out of nowhere from Heath, and now desperately needs to get that tag to somebody on his side of the ring.
He's starting to crawl, makes a tag. In comes another former Impact World Champion in the Cowboy James Storm.
James Storm looking great. Building a head of steam here.
Storm last week on Access TV teamed up with the Good Brothers. His first match in Impact in over a year. Oh, now Kenny King. Edwards, two for one by the Cowboy.
One for the money, two for the show here. Now looking at Mike Bennett and looking over at his tag team partner.
most wanted. They came into this business together. They go together.
My God, incredible teamwork there, using Honor No More as battering rams against their own teammates. And so far, a lot of my trepidation earlier, I have to admit, has been answered.
Now Storm, and it's PCO backing up the leader of Honor No More. Edwards, the official, checking on Edwards, and PCO attacks.
And if there was any doubt over the effectiveness of PCO in this matchup for Honor No More,
look at this.
I hope it's been snuffed out as the entire other side of the ring has been leveled at the hands of Honor No More.
Whether you like it or not, Honor No More eliminating all the tag options, and that lets Edwards isolate James Storm.
And I would just like to point out that the entire momentum of this match shifted when PCO tripped up James Storm and took him out of action. After that, the waterfall started running, and right now we find ourselves with Honor No More doing damage to James Storm.
Edwards directing PCO here. We talked about it earlier on. It was supposed to be Vincent involved in this matchup. Edwards is going to replace PCO. Vincent spoke up on behalf of Perfect Creation 1, and ultimately Edwards removed Vincent from the match and stepped in. PCO staying on the team here tonight at Against All Odds.
Well, you know PCO can cause so much damage. The French-Canadian Frankenstein dropping James Storm on the back of his head there.
Reverse DDT, and I believe the French-Canadian Frankenstein is going up top, and did David tag himself in?
I believe he did.
David tagged out PCO.
Well, PCO can fly around, we know, but David is a little bit more attuned. Oh, go!
Went for the Aurora Borealis frog splash there, and nobody home. Not holding on to James Storm, and Eddie Edwards tags in.
Great move there, though. He may have missed the splash, but grabbing onto the ankle of James Storm, preventing him from crawling over, getting a tag. Veteran move there from Matt Taven.
I still got a question. Why you tagged out PCO? He was rolling.
They got to keep an eye on PCO. He still hasn't earned the trust all the way back. He's only needed in specific places.
Counter there by Storm, needs to make a tag. Harris is reaching.
PCO wants that tag. I don't think Edwards is ready to give it to him, though. But he does.
And it's PCO who takes out Harris, Anderson, Gallows, and Heath. And now Storm trying to fight back against the Freak.
You saw Eddie Edwards was hesitant to tag in PCO, but it has paid dividends.
And PCO, sending Anderson into Heath.
Look at this. The Freak is cleaning house here. No way. And now,
oh my God, Eddie Edwards tagged himself in.
he didn't want PCO to risk it. He'd already done so much damage, put them in a good place. They didn't need PCO doing what he does, throwing his body like a weapon.
Vincent was trying to calm PCO there on the outside, but nonetheless, it's Edwards who's legal. Trying to bring James Storm in the hard way.
It seems to be almost like the PCO whisperer these days. As both men have the same idea in the middle of the ring. Edwards, Storm, both down.
And now Edwards needs another tag. Here comes Kenny King. On the rest of Honor No More, here comes the Cavalry.
Once again, clearing their opponents off the ring. This is great. James Storm has nowhere to go, no one to tag.
Now Storm, tied up with King. Backstabber by Storm.
And once again, Storm has the opening, but can he get to his partner in time? Look, it's Harris who finds himself back to the apron first.
And the Wildcats back into the matchup.
of steam on behalf of America.
There he goes! Chris Harris turning back time.
Leveling every single member of Honor No More, and he's not done yet.
Look at the power of Harris.
The strength, and down goes Kenny King.
The classic stalling suplex from the Wildcat. It's broken up by Bennett.
Great timing for Mike Bennett there, seeing the threat.
Uh-oh, spine buster by Bennett.
In comes Anderson with a spine buster of his own.
And now King gets in on the axe.
Everybody's got one to hit, and here comes the Wildcat, baby.
Oh my God, is it time?
Wait, you gotta be kidding me. No way.
Oh my God, they're setting up for it. They're setting up for the death sentence. Oh, and the kick to the face. Taven interrupts it.
And you know what? Maybe that's for the best. I don't know if that would have been the greatest idea for Harris at this point.
Oh, wait. Oh, it could have ended the matchup.
Could have ended the matchup, but it could have ended his career.
Oh, Heath to the outside, just over Harris. Oh, gun stun.
Got him.
Oh, rolling forearm.
And now Gallows looking for a pump handle slam. Got him!
And now PCO sends Gallows to the outside. Storm DDT.
And we are down to Kenny King and James Storm once again.
Oh, great agility there by King.
Beautiful scorpion kick, and now looking to fly.
Oh, what a blockbuster by K.I.N.G. King.
Now, barking orders to PCO. Asking for the PCO salt, maybe. And this could put this whole thing away.
And PCO is climbing. Oh my God! King was calling for the PCO salt, but there must have been some sort of malfunction there with PCO, because instead he went after everybody at ringside.
Decided to jump on the pile instead of me that takes down your opponent, but once again, we're in a prime spot for America's Most Wanted.
Could it be?
No freaking way!
Death sentence! Cover! AMW gets the win!
Here are your winners, Heath, the Good Brothers, and America's Most Wanted.
What a moment for one of the greatest tag teams in the history of Impact Wrestling.
Honor No More wanted to spoil this party. They wanted to put the old dog down, but the dog bit back. Good Brothers, AMW, and Heath stand tall here tonight and against all odds.
Welcome back, Chris Harris. What a moment alongside the Good Brothers and Heath.